My fans, I have arrived.
Me too.
You gotta be kidding me.
Melt in your mouth.
There. Oh, goodness. Don't tell me it's my internet. Oh, no. No. Come on, Rumble Studios. Come on. Are you serious?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it going.
No, it didn't. It wasn't going on my end. It just stopped. So, was it playing?
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, it seemed to be going. I see myself on your live stream right now.
Okay. It's my internet. Ugh. Which is the worst part of this. Sorry, guys. Sorry. My internet's been acting weird or whatever. So, yeah. C'est la vie, I guess. And I know you can see Amish, but you can't see me. Unfortunately, that's just going to have to be the case right now because my camera is not responding to Rumble Studios. So, yeah. It's going to be fun. So, Amish, you get to be on the big screen. Look, you always are.
Oh, boy. Signed up. You're interviewing a VTuber and you just put me by myself on the big screen. Okay, well. Yo, Phoenix Electric Circus out there doing the sewing. I see you in chat.
Where am I?
Appreciate you tuning in early. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Sorry about that.
You got me here.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to apologize. Unfortunately, my camera isn't working. Something's going wrong, and Rumble Studios is not responding to it, so I'll have to get them on that. And of course, the video isn't playing, so I'm thinking it's probably my internet, which is weird because
the video played. The intro video played.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was playing to me, so I think it's my internet that's giving me the craps. So I apologize, guys. Thank you for coming. I know this is technical difficulties, so I'll bear with. And I've got to write this down. And Amish is being courteous for all this, all this stuff. So it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, so thank you very much. Yeah, I know I put 3D printer extraordinaire, but it was just a thing. I was trying to be as generous as I possibly could with that. Because, I mean, you've been doing that, for like, how long now? The 3D printing?
I've been 3D printing for nearly a decade now.
Jeez.
So the technology's really advanced. My bed's leveling right now. I'm printing a keychain here for Fragnatic. This is just a prototype. I already know this prototype's no good, but I wanted something to print while we were here on stream.
Oh, yeah. Look, see, we'll get to see a printing happen. See, guys, look, this is how awesome Amish is. There's a printing on stream. Yeah, no, thank you, Phoenix. Yeah. So, yeah, because I've seen you sell some of your stuff, too. Like, I think, I know Pudge has bought something from you. I know a few others have bought something from you as well. So that's pretty awesome that you do that and sell it to fellow Rumblers, obviously. So, okay.
Yeah, if you keep an eye out in the background of a lot of people's streams, maybe Plastic Quack, Glam, you'll see my design Zebras live setup. So, yeah.
And that's pretty odd. Yeah, and the funny thing is that I get yours and Flood's picture, PFP, mixed up because you both have like a red, he has a red hat on and you have your red mask on. And so sometimes I think it's Flawed speaking. It's like, wait a second, when did Flawed change his name?
Yeah, gotcha. You got your red hat too, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. But yeah, it's just, I've always been interested in the 3D thing, but those machines cost a lot of money. They cost a lot of money.
Yeah, an entry level starts you around probably if you're not doing bed leveling. I was running an Ender 3 when I started streaming here on Rumble. And thanks to the donations of my chat and my subscribers and such, I was able to upgrade to a Bamboo Labs printer with an AMS system. And yeah, I upgraded from a $110 printer to a $1,000 setup, and it was quite the difference.
Jeez, gosh, Amish, that's more money than I have in my lifetime.
So yeah, no, the subscribers, Rumble, my viewership's very generous. And I can't thank them enough for everything they've done. That's allows me to put back into the Rumble community a little more and do like the round 2 Viewers Choice Award that I did.
Oh, that's right.
Do these projects that take a little more time on the printer and a little more interaction with the community. I'm an introvert by nature, so doing these community events, you know, I learned to deal with all sorts of people, because I'll tell you what, some people were really mad about that poll when I started that event.
What? What was that poll about again?
It was just a viewer's choice. Unfortunately, we had someone have botted votes early on, and it was detected because I could see the IP origins of the votes.
Oh.
So that happened. A lot of people threw shade on it, but it was a fun event to do for the community.
I think I remember that because I think you'd stopped at like part way, and then you started a whole new one. I think it was a whole new poll.
No,
yeah.
I just had to kick the one. I just removed the one person from the poll. Seemed to go well from there.
Okay, yeah, I botted and all that stuff. Even for I think viewing botting is one thing I've heard many people complain about as well, but it just depends on what they're talking about. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty nice that you had a lot of supporters that help get you that machinery, because like you said, it's a lot of money.
Yes.
Oh man, if you just had that amount of money for whatever, I mean, there'd be a lot of bills to pay off. You tell that to people, it's like there'd be a lot of bills to pay off. There'd be like this to pay off, a whole bunch of other stuff. And yeah, I certainly would. I certainly would give back. I do. I mean, I do give back even if I didn't have $100,000. With the PIF streams, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt when you can do more, right? Like you can give back more.
Yeah, putting my time back into it, it's not the same as money, but I mean, in a way, it's maybe more valuable to put your time back into something than money in some situations.
Hey, Mario, what's up? Nice to have you on here. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm like you. I'm grateful for whoever comes to watch. I'm grateful for whoever either follows or whatever, because I started this in. I started putting videos up in May, and then I started live streaming in August, because when you first start out, Rumble had that 5 follower thing, right? Like you had to have 5 followers in order to live stream, and
Yes.
so I was just putting videos up because I was like, I can't. I'm bare minimum. I don't even have that. So, and then after a while, I just kind of broke down. I brought one of the pro packages because you could buy one of those and then you could live stream. So that was nice. But
you could have just asked in chat. You must be an introvert too, because yeah, I ended up just asking in chat to get the 5 followers. Go around to people's chat and just, hey, follow me.
Yeah, I could say I'm a bit on the side of like I don't outreach. Well, I do outreach, but I don't outreach in the sense of like an extrovert, because they're always outgoing, all this stuff. But I find that the talking more to others, like you do, or like you've said, it helps in getting your confidence, I guess, from that. Like you build confidence from talking with others, because there's always going to be that surprise, right? Like there's going to be something said in a conversation, whether that's a surprise, and you have to learn how to handle it. So, but yeah, I've enjoyed it. And are you trying to say you're a maverick?
I am the maverick. Yo, vaping. What up, vaping? Cyber
Hey,
Mario. Yeah, Zaku's a throwback to Gundam Wing.
Nice.
Gundam.
I've never seen any of the Gundam, but I remember seeing the. I think they just. Hey, it's going well, Vaping. Other than technical difficulties, that's why you don't see my face. So, hoping.
Flying solo. They shot down my wingman. We're hearing him from the great beyond.
Help! Amish, go carry in my honor! Amish! Oh, well, we're gonna have fun with that. But I mean, you're very, you're very look atable person. We can enjoy looking at your avatar.
I'm
so.
very, very handsome devil. I know.
Okay, let's not get your ego too big.
I may just have to start being a cam user now. I'm just too beautiful to be restricted to this avatar. All right. Anyways, he's got technical difficulties. I may have enjoyed a little bit of the cannabis before I came on. Was not expecting to solo screen it.
Hey,
look, the printer's pooping. You guys are watching a 3D printer poop right now.
Ugh. Now, is it? It's only plastic filaments they're using, right?
I could use carbon fiber mixed filaments, but yeah, it's I'm using PLA, PETG, ABS.
Hey, Urban, thank you for being here. I know I'm technical difficulties. I know people. I like to see my beautiful face too, but unfortunately, Rumble Studios is having issues, so I have to send them that. But I'm gonna have fun regardless. So Amish is just gonna have to carry at least the physical manner, not the auditorial manner.
That's fine. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna do a pitch. Let me throw a link here in chat for my Etsy store here.
There
The
you go.
Otter Army has arrived on Etsy. If you want to show your support for them, there's a regular size otter and a baby otter you can pick up on the shop right now.
Isn't that South Park right there? The background?
Yeah, the background is South Park.
I think is it the one where Cartman is wanting the Wii or no? Because I remember he goes.
It is part of that. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 episodes long, but it is part of that story arc.
Yeah.
And it's an episode that usually it's heavily focused on making fun of atheism and the outcome of atheism.
Yeah, no, I remember a bit of that because man, sometimes South Park just likes to go out there sometimes. But
Phoenix, I will go white-tailed deer hunting for my meat. I will go out back and shoot one. No 3D printing on that end.
Hans, no Hans. No.
I don't have. Oh, okay. I'm gonna show my feet. It's okay. Hans, donate to Daramouthe, and I will show my feet here on stream for you, buddy. All right. You donate and show some love for this podcast, and I will show you the feet. All right. This avatar will slide up on the screen, and we will see what's below that line.
Well, Amish, you're making this person's dream come true. Don't. It's when you give them an inch, Amish, they'll take a mile. Remember that.
Cyber Mario, that's a kind of a good leeway or a segue into some other stuff, I guess. You love the crown I did for another Rumbler. Did I sell one of those crowns? Or I don't think I sold one of those crowns yet. I do have a Fortnite llama crown that I'm going to be giving away for a Rumble gaming event that I plan on launching in May. I think the end of May we'll be doing a little Rumble Fortnite gaming event.
Nice. Yeah, you did the Mario trophy, didn't you? The Mario karting trophy.
Yeah, I've given away. I've done 2 events now. Teamed up with Fused over there with the Mario Kart. Shut up and take my money. Oh, okay. Where's the avatar at on here? We gotta move the avatar. You get to see what's below. There you go. There's my feet. Oh, there's my feet. They took my legs. I'm Lieutenant Dan. They took my legs. All right.
Lieutenant Dan, why'd they do that?
All right. I showed it. Hans, I hope you're happy.
Yep,
you better be really satisfied.
Yep. I hope you're happy, Hans. For $1 and $1 only.
Hey, the number one rule is never give the feed away for free online.
That's
We made
right.
we made them pay.
That's
These
right.
were ma.
It's like what is it? You know, even if it's just $1. Oh, he said he was right. Yep.
Now
No,
listen here, man. That's how you get in Biden's economy, boy.
is that a like a AI voice changer?
Yeah, it was an AI voice changer.
Nice. Yeah. I've listened to some of those, and those are crazy, man. The AI voice changes, because there was like one where they did like Obama one, and they did like a Trump one, and I think they did the what was it? They did one where they were all playing like a game together. And I was like Fortnite or something. I can't remember, but that was hilarious. Oh my gosh. It's funny how technology.
Yeah, that was a meme for like a month. That was the internet meta to make the presidents like on gamer calls together. Like they make tier lists usually. That was like part of COVID. Like, you know how every month of COVID had a different meta on the internet of what was popular and what to do?
Yeah. Yep, I remember. I remember all the old memes as well, and it's always something. Yeah. Always something.
Yo, Mario,
Sorry.
I'm going to show off here. Let's pull up the crafting screen, switch our cameras around a little bit.
Hey, is that a great? Oh, I was about to say that looked like a grenade you're making.
It is for Fragnatic. It's a keychain.
Oh. Nice.
So, here's the crown that's going to be part of that Fortnite event on Rumble. So anyone can partake as long as they live stream. It's going to be a kill chase. Whoever has the most kills. So we got the crown. We got the zebra logo.
Nice.
We got a brotato with a crown on it.
Nice.
And then I'm also going to give away one more item off of my shop of their choice. And probably $20 in V-Bucks. I'll probably be seeing if more Rumblers want to kick in to make it a little bigger of an event. But
right.
I'm thinking late May at this point.
Yeah, because it's surprising how fast time goes by.
It does go by.
Especially with me having almost every day of this month filled. Well, other than weekends, but yeah, it's been an interesting time because I didn't think it would be possible. Look out, Amish! Look out!
I should probably change. See, this one's broke. This one's broken. You see how the character does a hard shift to the left? I'm like 4 or 5 pixels off frame on this one. It irritates the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's like off center. It's like, you know how you go into a room and it seems like a piece of furniture is just kind of slightly off, and you're like, is it not in the same place I put it? What?
It twitches. It's the eye close animation because it's 4 pictures to make one of these.
Oh.
Now this one's fine. The other 2 are fine. It's just the pirate one has that little side shift.
Goodness, you're a one-man machine with all your stuff for your VTubing stuff. I don't think I could ever do it because it's just I know some use the VTuber studio, or V Studio I think it's called. I can't remember.
I'm using VOTube Mini. It's just a free program.
Nice, yeah.
I use 2 programs. I use that, and then there is a web browser add-on called, let me see, Reactive Fujitech, and that reacts off of Discord, so you have to be in a Discord channel. And I actually use that for a lot more of my live streams than I do this VOTube that I'm using now. Oh, someone's purchased part of the Otter Army.
Yeah. Oh,
awesome.
So the Otter Army, yes, indeed. So, because I see. What is his name? Freedom Otter and Pudge go at it sometimes.
It's kind of what motivated me to go with the Otters right now.
Goodness. I've had fun watching it. They seem to be all right. I think it was, what was it? I think was the first time Uncle Pudge was on. They started kind of going at it a bit, and that was pretty much fun. Oh, I missed this one. Vapin says demand a refund. I was like, got no refunds.
Don't say
No,
that. So how long have you been on Rumble?
How long have I been Rumble?
Live streaming.
Shoot, live streaming. It's got to be at least. I mean, from the live streaming perspective, I'd probably do it the same, because I've done the both since, right? I thought at one point to do to YouTube, but I was like, no, I don't want to do it to one place, because my thought has always been anything tournament part, yes, anything. My thing with multi-streaming, whatever, is that it is at the point where content creators can't or shouldn't be stuck to one platform, and the reason I'll give is because, like with just those who are on YouTube, right? They complain to YouTube support when they get demonetized or whatever, that whole ordeal. But the issue becomes is that when that happens, if they're heavily involved money wise, right, their money is stuck to that platform, or they don't get paid if they don't get shown or whatever. And for me, whether it be YouTube, Twitch, Kick, whatever, if you're just on that one platform and you're not, if you're not about the money, you're fine. I mean, it doesn't matter. But if something happens to your stuff and you can't, hey, Cool Frog, and you can't get your stuff to be shown, if a DDoS attack is happening or whatever, or whatever is going to interrupt, your stuff is stuck there. So my thought has always been is like, get your stuff to as many platforms as you're able to, right? And I only do 2 because I'm not that, it just works for me. But I just
do one right now,
just,
and I feel I want to expand out. I think if I do another platform, it's going to be Kick. It's going to be the second platform I go to.
Yeah, I look, I get it. If you want to stick to one platform, that is your choice. Do what is best for you. But for me, and seeing all the stuff I've seen of other content creators, I feel like it's a dumb move. And the reason is because if your stuff is stuck to one platform, if something happens, say like what with YouTube, they demonetize, or they what's the term, or they get banned, guess what? Your stuff is gone. Oh, thank you. You'll see a delayed version, but thank you for that. Yeah, because again, my camera's not working, so it's almost.
It
it's
says
almost
live
like
chat, but there's no live chat. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, it's all right. We're here. We're having a good time. That's all that matters. So yeah, it's been probably since August. What's August? It's probably what, 9 to 10 months by now, at least.
Okay.
I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so I think sometime by August or whatever, I'll be up to a year. But for me, I did gaming stuff first. I did like movie review stuff first, or whatever. I just did like recorded videos and posted them. But for me, it's like after I live stream games, which is sort of like meh. Once I hit this sort of
Yo, Cool Frog, welcome out to chat. I'm just going through my buttons. I did a lot of buttons in this scene. I click them, see what they do.
I saw that. I was like, I don't know what he's trying to do, but okay, Morty. But yeah, I hit this chat conversation thing, and it's worked out well. And I want to be able to keep doing it. I know right now I've kind of closed off. April's done with, so I'm not adding any more people. But once like the last week of April comes, May will be open, and I'm hoping that someday soon I'll have built up enough credibility that people will want to say, hey, can I come on or whatever, because yeah, I still have to go out there. I still have to, I have to be a fisher of people, right? I still have to go out there. I still have to ask and do all that stuff. It's part of the ordeal, and I enjoy it all the same. It's just it makes it a little easier when people could say, I'd like to come on, and they.
Oh yeah, you really hit the pavement this month, and you got a bunch of people in here, and
Yeah.
Rumble's growing. I'm a little over a year into it, and it's only really improving at this point.
Yeah, I mean, on both ends, I've been, growing in a sense. But I'm not like other content creators, like, oh, I have 200 followers, I have 300 followers, I have this. I'm just like, I'm growing, and I don't think sometimes I've said it, but I haven't done it in a way that feels like it's like a majority of time, like, oh, I if I can get to this many. I'm more of like, I'm here for the
You're
conversation.
more relaxed in that matter than me. I love having goals like to achieve and like strive towards. Numbers are so important to me. Like it may be an egotistical thing to say, but I mean it's the only way to measure growth over time. Like you don't have many other metrics to measure with, especially here on Rumble. Until they redo the creator dashboard, the metrics we have to go off of are so limited that like the data from that, I mean, really that round 2 Viewers' Choice Award, what that told me is who has the most active communities by far in gaming and news. Like, the Noon Report from the news category, his viewers are out there hitting the pavement. When he came in second place, I know it was devastating, but I'm so happy they came out and took part in that. And then you had Cat Dog's community, where it was just, I think Rumble Gaming kind of cemented together once they saw Cat Dog was the only chance for gaming to win, because the other one was Jeff Mack was third place, and Jeff Mack is another news channel.
Yeah, there's a lot of gaming and the news, or like the political news, is sort of big on Rumble at the time being, but other spaces are growing. I think with the recommendation engine that they are testing right now, that will help. And like again, like I know a while back content creators were asking for a form of shorts like YouTube has, but my thing is that I've posted short content or whatever, the shorts, and they seem to be getting views. So it's not that they need a present area for it. They just need to be seen, which the recommendation will take care of that. But people will still ask for it.
I think they got to grow a lot more viewership, a different kind of viewership, because I understand they're the top time bracket for like the 8 a.m. to like 2 p.m. for like Dan Bongino and Crowder and stuff, but it's only a certain market of people, which I enjoy. Don't get me wrong. I love that my Rumble community is much more engaged in the news cycles. Like you can have a much deeper conversation than haha boobies with most Rumble communities. It goes a little deeper than Twitch, just spamming emotes, That's to do with the audience that's baked into Rumble already, and being a audience that seeks out more information that they're not allowed to consume on other platforms.
Right.
Like YouTube, I don't think I'll ever go to YouTube, because YouTube and Twitch have the bots that monitor all of the streams. And I like using music. I love using classic rock. Classic rock is the soundtrack of my fucking life. And I want to play classic rock. I want AC/DC cranked to 11 when I'm rolling through War Thunder, about to wipe out the Nazis. And you can't do that on Twitch and YouTube right now. The bots, you'll get flagged, banned. Now, you could do it on Twitch. You just have to route your audio properly. And when I say that, I mean you have to have your video on demand audio routed into a different channel. Awesome.
I've been hit. So it's only been on my PIF stream, but I've been hit a few times, and one was WWE on YouTube. And so if you're watching WWE, I would be very cautious about that.
I got copyrighted for doing it was a 30-second clip, a Shane Gillis mix-up with Pat McAfee, and it used like 15 seconds of McAfee on WWE, and I got copyright struck for it.
Yeah, I got content ID'd, so it didn't affect me. But I think content creators who monetize themselves probably get hit more, or will be, well, not that. It's more, they'll be more, what's the word? They'll be more disrupted, I guess, than those who aren't monetized. It's just one of those things. But yeah, so it was WWE, and then there was a song once. But there are songs that I've been hit for, but they don't make any impact. So the one thing I'll grant YouTube is this: they have the tools that if you don't want to go and take the video down and do it yourself, they have tools within their system where it will do it for you, and you don't really have to think about it. So I have to give them credit for that, because that's easy. That makes the process easier of getting rid of all that stuff. So, or muting it or whatever. Yeah.
All
So I
the
have to give
tool
them
set
credit
for
that.
video editing built into a browser. It's just all streamlined. They have all the tools. There's
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I definitely give them credit for that. There's other stuff would be like, no. But that, because all I did for the WWE, right, is they had a different selection of options, like you could fight it or whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to fight it. There's no point. WWE would win anyway. So all I did was like, you know what, just cut out that section and just whatever. And it did it. So it took some time, but it did it. And then there was one for like music, and all I did was like ask it to mute just the music only and leave all the other stuff in. And I'm thinking they use some AI stuff on that as well, because there's no way I mean, there's just something in their system that's probably using AI to do all that stuff. At least that's what I think.
I mean, it clearly is. Alphabet was like backed by the government. It's the largest tool set for video creation because they capture all the data instantly with their AI that they're ahead of everyone with.
Yeah.
I wonder if we have Blues Nut watching. Blues, I see your order. You can't send. He's trying to have me send these otters. He's buying them and having me send them to Pudge. I don't know if it works like that.
He's trying to get you to do extra work. Oh man. But yeah, I enjoy it. I'm glad for doing all this. I've stopped in at least a few of your streams. I think I stopped at once for one during a PIF stream, so I think you've been a recipient of that from a while back. But yeah, it's always, for me, it's always a like at the beginning of April, I wasn't sure if I could even get anyone on, and then all of a sudden I find myself with a full month, and I'm like, jeez, how am I gonna pull this off? And then tech issues and all that stuff. So it's always fun when that happens. But yeah, I like doing this. I and it sounds like you like doing what you're doing, and I think that's the most important part. Is to have fun with this, because I know there's a lot of people who I know you talked about numbers, right? Like numbers is important. That's fine, because it does help with credibility, which I understand. But for me, I always feel like it's what's the word? It's like a bragging right? Like you just say the numbers and and it feels like you're bragging about it. And I'm not trying to say that is what it is, but it's just a feeling. I don't do it just because I just want to. I just want to do the conversation part, and then everything else on an organic level will follow, because it does. It does.
Yeah. You see, you're not on your camera today. Usually, I don't know. I see a lot of VTubers kind of like fizzle out and stuff, and like I always see them like the amount of work they have to do. Mm-hmm. How much to have me print a bag of dicks and mail it to you? You have to get their info from them so they are okay with me mailing them a surprise gift from you. Okay, that's my requirement for these people that want all these gag gifts, since I'm starting to get multiple DMs about them, including your chat. I don't know. I see a lot of VTubers give up and they blame their lower viewership on being like a VTuber and stuff. And I'm like, you're a VTuber, you should expect to need to work 4 to 5 times harder than someone with a camera, because you're going to lose 80% of the audience that is looking to watch a live stream by just being a VTuber or someone without a camera. You instantly turn away 80% of the audience. So you need to work harder. So I think as a VTuber, a number is very much a flex. You can call it a flex if you want, but it's like, I have people that reluctantly, I know of a couple people that reluctantly come into my chat and interact with my chat just because of what I've done within the community. They would never watch a VTuber, and I've actually seen them watch them say, I won't watch people without cameras before, and then they come into my chat. So if you're a VTuber out there, just know you should be working 10 times harder than someone with a camera if you're actually trying to grow and want to do this for a larger amount of time.
Yeah, it's we're doing well, UB Legend. Thank you for being here.
Hey, UB, what's up?
Yeah,
Basketball streams are going well.
Yeah, I've had him on too as well. So there's a lot of people who are in my chat have been on. So it's one of those weird things, you know.
I had never really seen your show till you had reached out. To be honest, I chilled in UB's show a couple times. I've been lurking in there.
Yeah, and he's been talking about multi-platforming as well, which has been an interesting thing to hear from others because, again, there's a lot of people who just stick to one platform no matter what the platform is. That's awesome, UB. I think he talked about it earlier today as well with multi-platforming. But yeah, I'll advocate for it. You don't have to listen to me. I'm a nobody on the internet, but I do believe it's probably the only path forward for content creators going forward because as much as what's the word?
If you don't multi-stream, you should at least try to. I don't do this right now, but you should try to capture clips to put up on YouTube or TikTok.
Yeah, multi-platforming yourself is even if you can't multi-stream, multi-platforming yourself is beneficial because one, I see it this way: you could have a platform be your home base, and then other platforms are just like tendrils, right? I know that's a weird thing to say, but it's like tendrils to your home base, or like line streets, or whatever you want to call it, to your home base, and whether you want to bring them to your home base or otherwise, it's up to you. But Rumble still has issues. YouTube, we all know that story. Kick already. Twitch definitely has its issues. And there are other platforms that have their issues too. For me, it's just, what is it about more? Is it about the creator, you, or is it about the platform? Which is more important, right? Because it's in symbiosis, of course, but which is more important, you, the creator, and your content, or the platform?
Yeah, and like I said, Rumble has discerning viewership already. The viewership you're getting here on Rumble has been turned away because of how either COVID was handled, an election was handled. Like 90% of the audience here on Rumble is somebody who's tuned into Rumble because of those situations. Dude, Louder with Crowder, great show. Like, I saw him live in Ann Arbor. Like, those shows are the foundation of Rumble. I understand the politics. I really want to see Rumble gaming grow, though. Like, I do 3D printing stuff, and I contribute to like the Mario Kart races, the Fortnite event I'm going to be doing. That's the hope, to see the gaming section grow, like, because there's so many good gamers and just content creators in general on Rumble here. Yeah,
and that does make
so like I'm teaming up with a few people. Chan, Michael's. You had Michael's art on here before, I believe.
Michael's art. Michael Keen Art, I think is what his channel name is. Yeah, yep. Michael Keen Art. Here's a pretty cool.
You've had Pudge on here as well.
Pudge, UB Legend.
So I'm working with those three on a sticker pack to launch probably sometime in May, I would imagine, as long as all the designs get in on time. So I've been working with them to get different sticker designs we're going to have. I think it's going to be awesome having all those different creators and see what they create.
Yeah, I saw that Mario Kart one, and that looked amazing. And even you had it like moving like a gyroscope too. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and that was like a miniature version of the viewer choice one. And then we also gave away Bullet Bill.
That's
There's
right. I
bullet
saw that.
bills on the Etsy shop right now if you want one of the bullet bills.
Now, how long does it take for your printer to print something like a bullet bill? Like how many? Is it like weeks, days, months? What is it?
S- I'm giving away the secret juice. That's okay. I'll give you away a little secret sauce. So a 4 plate of bullet bills approximately takes me 16 to 18 hours of build plate print time.
Oh, okay.
And then I try to outsource the cleanup work to other family members to show them responsibility. And if I end up doing it myself, it takes like 15 minutes, but it may take them an hour to assemble the models.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at probably 19 hours for 4 bullet bills between build. I mean, most of that being just the machine work, but there is a little assembly on the back end.
Yeah. Well, I just asked because I don't know if it was when the 3D printers came out or not, but I read that it took like weeks for them to get something done. So I'm guessing that the technology is caught up that you can do it faster instead of it taking so long. And that's just is going off of memory, right? This is not like I remember if it was exact, but I just remember that the talk was that it took weeks for something to get done, but that just may be dependent on what you're printing per se.
So there's a couple things to that, what you're printing and the technology right now.
Yeah.
So when I started a decade ago, machines would be printing 30 to 50 millimeters a second.
Mm-hmm.
The Creality, the Ender 3 I was using when I started streaming here, we maxed out about 50 or 60 millimeters a second. This Bamboo Labs, let me look at my profile real quick, see how fast we're printing. We're printing, the inner walls are printing at 300 millimeters a second and the outer walls at 200 millimeters a second. So we're printing on average 4 to 5 times faster than the old technology of printers about 3 years ago.
Jeez, that just shows how much better it's gotten. Because to be honest, that'd have been like a bore for like weeks on. It's like, come on.
Yeah, so I've done some tours of some of my 3D printed stuff, and so I've got some tabletop stuff for like D&D, and I've done some buildings like a 2-story church and stuff, and these were printed on the old tech, and they took I think 28 hours, 30 hours to print. Now, if I were to do it on the new tech, I mean, now you're looking at only 12 hours probably to print that same item.
Nice. Yeah, it's always nice when things improve that can go a little faster. Although I don't, when it comes to the AI stuff, I'm not sure many people enjoy that. So,
So let me switch cameras and I'll show you 2 identical prints from the 2 different printers.
Okay.
So I've got this one here is from the Ender 3. You can kind of tell the skin isn't perfect.
Mm.
This is from the Bamboo, and you can just see the
wow.
geometric pattern, how smooth, refined it is.
Wow, that's awesome.
Not the best camera. I should have used the other camera, but I didn't get it.
No, you're fine. I could see the difference.
Phone stand working on.
Interesting. Ooh, nice. I may be talking to you later for that one.
I've got one boxed because I'm working more on the unboxing experience, stickers and such. So I do have a Rumble themed one in the box art. Oh, what? I don't know where that one is. This is my Coffee Brain Coffee project I'm working on right here.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got Rumble colored one on that robot too.
Have you ever thought about making a coffee cup from this? Like an actual usable?
No, you wouldn't be able to. I would not recommend that.
Oh, wait, is it because of the filament or what?
I mean, the filament, the heat. I mean, even if you found a plastic that could withstand the hot coffee, it
Yeah.
would be probably toxic to be touching the coffee.
Ooh, yeah, it's not food safe, is what you're saying. I see. Oof.
So this entered the shop today as well too. The giant
What?
bolt from Lethal Company. New
Nice.
items all over today.
It almost reminded me of the. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, the stickers I'm working on, we're working with a company called Sticker App. And they've got all these different style stickers
Nice.
that we're going to be able to pick designs out of. I can't wait to see the designs that Pudge. I've got Chan's design already. She made me a custom Amish Zaku design.
Hmm.
Yeah, Michael's and Pudge's design are going to be awesome to see.
Nice. Yeah, I like when things come together like that. Like you found your thing and it just, oh, of course there's hard work put into it, right? It's not like it just snaps into your lap, but it's pretty awesome when you get to see things like that come together and people want to buy it or share it or whatever if they can't buy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty awesome. Like I have no experience with any of that, to be honest, but I do I just mostly do this in essence. I've tried like making music and stuff with FL Studio. Oh, hey Steve, what's going on? Nice to see you around there, sir. I'm talking to an Amish man who has found technology and is making money off of it. he uh he he knows what this is. There you go. See, someone knows what you have. Yes, sir, it is. You can even see well, I guess you can see Bamboo Labs on the thing in the back, but yeah.
And we got a print going on here. Now this was a prototype. I just printed it because it was something short to print while we were streaming here. It's going through design still. I'm not happy with how the F turned out. F for the F. Yeah. I have a finished one here. The F just doesn't have quite enough detail.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is kind of small though, so I would guess it would be kind of hard for the machine to do it.
I mean, it got all the buttons. The problem is I used a 3D scan of Fragnatic's logo, and I didn't use a font. This time I'm just going to go through and use like a default font in the program.
Nice. Yeah, because it's already been programmed to the unit
with a much
itself.
higher resolution.
Yeah. Because let's see. Oh, that's right.
Steve, you got like an Ender 3? Single color printers are good. I mean, especially big prop projects, you end up painting anyways. So single color printers really have a really good place.
Yeah. I also know someone else who messes. I think they have a single color, but again, I'm not an expert in this area. I just enjoy what people either they take from the internet from someone else, right? Like whatever the file format is, or they make something themselves like you do. It's a lot of seeing the ingenuity that comes out of this thing that's basically one step away from getting something into real form life, like that Nuka-Cola. Was it the plasma gun? I think it is. Isn't that the plasma gun?
It's a laser gun, but yeah.
Laser gun, yeah.
Yeah, still like Fallout's huge this month. Like this is a prop I made a few years ago.
Have you ever tried to make the bottle, the rocket shaped Nuka bottle?
No, I have not. I printed one of those.
See, my thing is always, ooh, nice. That's pretty big though. That's not a grenade. This is a grenade.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, I I really hope that one day they are able to make a Nuka bottle, not like the the ones that the uh, quantum whatever it was, the quantum blue, but just to make that rocket bottle one, because that'd be hard, but it'd be nice to have because it's just one of those weird design things,
Yeah.
What
I
what
know.
is that?
This is why I want a single color printer, Steve, is to print TPU. I want a direct drive printer again.
Mm.
Because this is TPU, it's flexible material. Now I think this piece is like 7 or 8 years old, so time has done some damage to it. But
Yeah.
it still displays what it's supposed to do.
You know what? It reminds me of what they used to talk about of like memory mesh or memory metal or whatever, where they'd have a certain type of metal would you could bend it or whatever, and if you gave it a little heat, it would go back to its original shape. Hey Sam, Sammy C.
Oh, Sammy, what up, man?
Mm. Yeah.
Got the 3D printed mouse here I use for the second PC.
Nice. Looks pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
is
only
that-
$12. I was kind of surprised how cheap the kit is. Just off the official website, you get all the electronics in the box, and you print the shell.
Nice. I have a Logitech mouse. That it's kind of
That's-
small, but yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's red. Red's my favorite color, so that's what I have. Um, but yeah, I have another one too, but it's more like a gaming one, and I haven't used it in a while, so I needed something Bluetooth.
That's why I
Okay.
got that 3D printed one, because it was Bluetooth.
You had a question there, Amish. Says,
What happened with keychains/links? I'm still doing keychains. Let me check my list here real quick of stuff on the to-do list. I thought you wanted a baseball cap for a headset, if I wasn't mistaken, though. Double check. Let me get the camera back on the printer.
Show us the printer. We want to see the printer. It's just like a not me for the he says not me for the baseball cap is what he's saying. But
Baseball caps will probably be in the next 2 weeks. I've got a big project I have to finish up in the coffee brand coffee K-cup spinner. That's a big project I got to get finished.
was that is that something you did out of your own turn, or is that something that Jeremy asked for or paid for, whatever it be?
That's something I did out of my own turn because I signed up for affiliate to be an affiliate with them about a year ago, maybe a week or two after I started streaming.
Okay.
I got affiliateship status and reached partner status within 3 weeks.
Wow.
And actually, last week celebrates over $1,000 in coffee sales with my coffee code sign up.
Yeah. No, that's pretty awesome. I for one, I have a different feeling about affiliate and stuff. I know it's more like you can get money out of that. It's just, I guess
no, there's different levels. There's the affiliate level, and then there's the partner level. Like I get
Partner
free
level.
coffee for some stuff.
Nice.
So,
I don't drink coffee though, so it would be good.
Yeah.
But no, just doing that stuff. I know it's another way of creators making money, but for me, it's like I just want people to come and enjoy themselves without me saying a commercial or whatever to buy something, because I don't know. I'm weird that way, I guess. It's nothing against you. It's just,
I don't think there's anything wrong with either way. If you just want to hang out, but if you want to make money, like there shouldn't be anything wrong with that viewpoint as either.
Yeah, I'm not gonna come and slap you down. I'm just saying, oh, thanks. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be at that many people on Rumble. So yeah, I'm pretty out of the world, you know.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna drop my link here for my link tree. This has got the
Yeah.
Etsy store. Now I put out a lot of files for free too. If you check on that link tree there, you've got Thingiverse, so you can get the Rumble stuff for free, like the Rumble logo. Just download and print it yourself. You don't have to buy this stuff from me. A lot of this stuff is available for free.
That's pretty awesome. Is it stuff that of you or just stuff you pass on like someone else's?
It's some of it's stuff I've made. A lot of it's remixes. So I just take a model and I either make it more efficient or add the customization to it.
Nice. See, and that's what I like too. Is like, again, a majority of human technology on a base level is recycled to some degree. You know, it's improved. It's reworked. There's some thingamajigs added here or there, but human technology is sort of like a recycled.
Sorry, I'm reading chat aloud. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Continue,
fine.
Daramouthe.
No, yeah, you're fine. What in the world is this? Oops. What in the world does that mean? I have no idea. CZ146JZ. I don't know if that's like a virus number I gotta be aware of now. Thanks, Steve. No. Oh man. Where was I? I don't remember. Oh yeah.
Oh, greetings, Samuel.
Yeah. Human technology is a bit recycled and reuse sort of thing, and then experimentation, trial and error, all that stuff. But it's always interesting to see what we can come up with. So, but yeah, that's a question. It's going to be for someone else, but or someone that asks me. But what are your thoughts on the whole AI stuff? Because that's sort of, it's slowly seeping into other things that.
I just think AI is marketing for processing power, and people are retarded that they use the term AI for everything.
Yeah, I can agree that it's like machine learning. There's language learning and all that stuff. So it's not like it's true on the umbrella front, but it does get used as an umbrella term, which I can agree to that. But so say like the AI art stuff, because that's a big hoo-ha. But for you, it obviously wouldn't affect you as much because you still have to do all this stuff in between. But for say like the AI art stuff, in the essence of, yeah, I know it's still generative image or whatever. What do you see as the end outcome coming from that, in the sense of, because I see something as of human curiosity is going to keep pushing this thing forward, and a lot of people are still going to complain, but their complaints aren't going to go far because they can't outbeat human curiosity. That's how I see it. I don't know what you would see it as, but that's how I see it.
I guess ultimately the way I would see it is humanity would diverge into two subspecies. One that's like a cyborg, and one that's more, let's say, Amish like Amish or Mormon. Like there would be like pure humans and cyborgs. Like the species will like divide. I mean, if you go down the full AI route of it integrating into humanity, like, do you want to go the deep Joe Rogan, like humans are the sperm of AI? Like, I've heard so many different talks on this subject. It feels like a very silly subject because it probably won't be realized in our lifetime. Like, it's more likely that we bomb ourselves out of realizing these like dystopian AI futures that people want to talk about. Mm-hmm. Like, we'll either become a species that colonizes space, or we'll bomb ourselves into oblivion before these AI dystopians could actually take place.
Well, you could have the bombing, or you could have what's the opposite of procreation? You could have deprocreation, where not many people are having kids at all, and so they kind of just slowly go out of extinct, like there's not enough people having kids, or so to speak. So, and that's not going to involve AI. It's just going to involve the use of technology, diverging those groups where they'll use the AI to get away from each other, in essence. Which, I mean, it's already being done anyway, but in more step of, if that makes sense.
Sammy, I want to update you. I looked at the print list. I do see you on the keychain list. You got 2 of your channels. Rumble Clips is on there, and Sammy C. They're both on there. So they are both on there, but it's probably 2 to 3 weeks on those before they're up there.
See, he called me out for not wanting people to know that he runs the Rumble Clips, and then you just called him out saying, "Hey, your Rumble Clips channel keychain is good to go," and I'm like, "Hey."
Oops, my bad. AI incel girlfriends. Is that right, Phoenix? Is that what we need to sign up for?
I look at it this way: the more men and women fight against each other and tell each other that they're bad or awful or whatever, the more they're going to use technology to get away from each other. That's how I see it. You already see it right now, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I think that seed's already been sown, and it's not just between sexes. It's between every sex, race, religion. Right now, there seems to be a malevolent force working at large through legacy media to push the most they want to divide people as much as possible, be it baby boomer versus millennial, black versus white. They want to divide. There's clearly an evil force at work, and a lot of, I don't know, have you ever heard of I'm sure you've heard of karma, right?
Well, yeah, that's sort of a Hinduism thing, I believe, or is it?
Yeah. It originates there, but there's also a couple other religions, some older religions that believe in it. And another thing is an older found belief of you can commit evil acts as long as you tell the public and the person agrees to the evil act, then your hands are washed from it. And there seems to be a lot of that going on a larger scale. Take the COVID shots, for example. No, you signed up for it. We didn't do anything wrong. There was no wrong. There will never be an admittance of wrongdoing on the medical staff side. They were doing everything by the books at the time. We were doing what we were told, even though we were found out it was all wrong later. And they've washed their hands of any evil doing. Oh, is there a sudden increase in deaths in teenagers now for some reason? We don't know why. Couldn't have been us. You signed up for it. We had to seal the documents for 50 years. You can't see the test for 50 years, but
yeah. Well, there's also the made stuff, right? The Canadian made, and then those pods in Switzerland. There are those things of
Canadian made. Are you talking about how they have assisted suicide in Canada now?
Yes.
It's this they botched. I seen a lady become disabled. And now they're like, oh, well, we offer assisted suicide for you for free. It's ugh.
Well, not only that, but there are people who choose to be disabled. They call them transabled, I think is the term. And these are people that actively harm themselves to be disabled so they can be a part of something, which is just it's wildly bonkers, and yet it's widely accepted. MAIDS is the worst acronym. Yes, but it works. It does.
I don't understand as America how we've become buddy with Great Britain, or the United Kingdoms. They should be the OG enemy. Mm-hmm. And throughout history, 80% of Canada lives within 100 miles of the U.S. border. Yeah. During the history of our time, we should have taken Canada over for the oil resources alone.
Yeah.
And we also should have liberated Australia. That's the saddest thing to watch is what Australia has become. Because when I was a young boy, Australia was Crocodile Dundee, the crocodile hunter, and it was super hyper masculine, and it was a country you at least respected. They're outdoorsmen. Now I think of neckbeards and prostitutes. Really, they're all OnlyFans models. All the women are OnlyFans models, and all the dudes are fucking pathetic. It seems.
You've already upset someone from the UK. Oh no. He's just letting us know. You're all right, Steve. All right. Well, before
All
we
right, Steve.
continue,
Maybe one day we'll invade your country and free you. Up the Ra, up the Ra. There you go. Any Irish out there? You'll enjoy that one.
oh,
Oh, that print's
goodness.
done. That print's done.
Nice. Oh well, before we go any further, uh, every at the top of the hour of every hour, however long the person on, I set aside some time for us to promote ourselves. Obviously, you've been doing a great job promoting yourself because everyone sees your mask. It's like, who the hell is this guy? But if you want to go ahead and promote yourself a bit, um, other than you post the links because you are on both Rumble and YouTube right now, so you could whatever.
Can you post the link to YouTube? I don't know how to post it there.
No, it is. It went on Rumble Studio. Once it's out there, it's posted on both ends, as long as I post it from the studio.
Oh,
So-
I'm not posting it in Instagram. I'm just posting it in chat.
No. When you set up the stream, you set up like the description and stuff. I put all our links in there, so it will go out to YouTube as well. But if you want to do a little shindig or something like to promote yourself right now, like say why
Okay. Yeah.
Amish, why should people buy 3D printing projects from you?
Buy 3D printed projects so I can buy more chicken feed. So my chickens make more eggs so I can eat those eggs and sell them at the roadside stand. So buy more plastic so I can buy more chicken feed.
That's a good.
Along with
ahead.
doing that, you can follow me on Rumble. I do gaming stuff. I'm like the king of Fallout 76. I see a lot of these people stumbling in for the first time this week. Or how do I use a Pip-Boy? What is the raid away? Partner up with me. I can show you the way in Fallout 76.
But sir, I need help. I have come to save you.
Cyber Mario, don't even get me started.
Not now. We got to get through the promotion stuff first. So, all right. Now that you have graced us with your promotion, I will do mine. So, of course, I stream to both YouTube and Rumble at Daramouthe. I also have a fan account. I do the quote unquote there at Twitter X, and I can explain that a little bit later. I also have a Discord at Daramouthe, and I also have an email. So if you would like to join on, if you'd like to have the same opportunity that Amish has, just go to any of those three places and hit me up. Because I've opened the door to pretty much just about anyone. Now, of course, I'm not here for argument people. I'm not here for debate people. I'm not here for people who just want to bring down or destroy. I'm here for people.
I tried debating him. He turned his camera off. That's what happens, chat.
That mother trucker. No, but I'm trying to bring this thing where I'm having a conversation with just about anyone, because it doesn't seem like content creators seem to be stuck in their circles. And for me, it's like you have these big people who talk to other big people, or people who are within the content creation. And I know a big chunk has been content creators, but I've talked to some people who have been non-content creators, and sometimes they don't even show their face on stream, and that's okay. I can work with that. As long as you have a camera and you're respectful, we can do this. So hit me up in any of those three places you see scrolling at the bottom, and we can get started. Because I have had a full month of April so far, and I'm looking forward to having a full month of May. So, and I thank everyone, and grateful for everyone being here. So thank you all. But yeah, you were saying about Mexico there.
Listen, instead of sending people to die over in the Middle East, why don't you invade Mexico? And there's 5 to 6 more states added to the union right there. Oh, you could go all the way down to Panama, since we paid for Panama, and that would be a lot easier to secure the border at Panama than in Mexico.
Yeah, we built the Panama Canal. What the hell?
We did. We did build the Panama Canal. A lot of people died. I would have to check. I'm pretty sure over 1,000+ people died building the Panama Canal. Let's
and that was during when Theodore Roosevelt was president, I believe.
I probably inflated the number. How many people? Tell me, AI.
It is 2,000 people. God dang it.
Okay, 5,000 estimated. At least 5,600 Americans died, and 22,000 French died.
Jeez.
So the French began the construction and then sold off the rights to America, I guess. We finished it.
Wow. So we did the majority of the work. Okay, I got it. I died once, but I got better later, I think. Man, you gotta start barking over there, Amish. Goodness.
Sorry about that.
I thought you were doing a good dog impression. I was like, man, that's pretty good. Oh my goodness. But yeah, the Panama Canal is like the malaria. Yep, the malaria. Yep.
It was all the malaria.
Yeah. But yeah, and I think now China owns it.
I
Panama
think
Canal.
Panama owns it, but it could be secretly owned by China. Who knows?
What isn't secretly owned by China at this point? I mean, it's either the cartels or China. It's somebody. Somebody owns somebody else. Who knows? French always surrender. That's funny.
So, do you do video games at all? Or you just do chat?
I did stream video games, but I did that for a while, and then I had somebody on to chat with, and then I was like, well, I'll see if I can't do more, and that worked, and I just kept going with that. I'm not against like doing like multiplayer games with others, but for me, it's just like I for a long, in life, right? They tell you as an adult, you're gonna find your thing. You go to college for that thing, right? But then some people don't. And so for a long time, I was just kind of like, I don't know what I wanted to do. I got a certification for CompTIA Plus, which is sort of a IT thing, and it just like I got it, but it's like I didn't go anywhere with it. I wasn't getting any jobs that had that, and it's like, gotta try something else. And for a while, I've been thinking back and forth on the, creating content, because I've seen other content creators I followed. I was like, that'd be interesting, and I was like, maybe not. And then one day I decided to buy a camera and just do the thing. And of course, I've upgraded my camera, my desk, and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like I found my thing. I found the thing that I enjoy. I found the thing that I look forward to whenever there's someone on, or it's just me. I look forward to it, and I'll be honest, I don't really care. I care enough to keep my full-time job, but I don't care enough to enjoy it. I like doing this, and maybe one day it can be successful enough that I can get a part-time job. But for right now, I don't know. I just can't do. I just can't get in to do anything else. On the matter of fact,
Not big into gaming.
I'll do multiplayer if there's other players, but for me, it's just like this is the thing. This is the thing I've been looking for and forward to, and I just enjoy it so much. I enjoy the people who come on, including yourself. Phoenix, I've talked to Phoenix, and she's a sower lady. She has a show as well. I've talked to not Cyber Mario, but there's someone that Cyber Mario, I can't remember, but someone that Cyber Mario follows. I've talked to UB Legend, Sammy C, Pudge, all these different people who have different perspectives on the world. And that's part of why I do it, to understand that better, because right now we just have a lot of people who just argue against each other and do this whole I'm right, you're wrong scenario, right? Like there's no conversation to be had, even if it's just, whatever conversation. That's why I'm doing this, is because I enjoy it, and I don't see it very much out there. It's mostly just 24/7 news, hours a day, or a certain subject, which is fine. But for a multifaceted, free-flowing form of conversation, I don't see it much. At least not just like going anywhere with it, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like multiplayer games too. Fallout 76 is going to be huge, I think, over the next couple of weeks. You've seen this the surge in Fallout playing in the gaming category today. They had Mrs. Ma'am featured playing Fallout 4. Silver Fox was playing Fallout 4. You had Lumpy featured playing 76.
Mm-hmm.
You've had had everyone jumping on the Fallout train, which I think will be hot for at least another month or two.
Maybe, depending on how the popularity of the show lasts. Because I did see it. I saw all episodes. So, but yeah, it'll depend on how long the power of the show lasts, or staying power. Sorry.
Yeah, and I think it's going to have decent staying power just because there's not a lot of good TV right now. There's so little in the way of good TV right now that it's in a good spot to stay on top for probably 2 or 3 months at least.
Yeah. So, have you seen all the episodes then?
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts about it?
I thought it was a great show. People want to make, like, I see people shitting on it's communist. They talk about communism. Like, Fallout heavily involves conversations around communism to begin with.
Yeah.
So, like, the conversation in Fallout, like, if you wanted to poke a hole in any lines that were heavy-handed, spoiler alerts, it's in the last episode. They don't do anything you would consider to be like a political agenda driven line or dialogue or anything like that you could tie to modern politics till the last episode. The last episode, they've got the heads of all the corporations getting together, and I think the line is, we have to do whatever it takes to make this country great again. And it's just one line, and I'm willing to overlook one line in an epic TV show where the prop work is amazing.
Yeah.
And just the overall, I think it stayed true to the Fallout lore. And people are going to, I'm going to do spoiler alert because, there is one thing that's happening that people could complain about. And this whole happening of the Fallout TV show and Fallout lore is Bethesda is strong-handing Obsidian, the game development company. Obsidian is made New Vegas, Fallout New Vegas.
Right, and 1 and 2.
No. Oh, did they make 1 and 2?
Yes, Obsidian. Okay. Obsidian made 1 and 2, and then Fallout 3 beyond that was made by Bethesda. Sorry, I was trying to think.
Okay. Well, I think that Bethesda has a big issue. They own the IP.
Yep. And
neither made Fallout 1. It was made by Dragonplay, later Black Isle Studio.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. Go ahead.
I don't think Obsidian was involved until New Vegas, and New Vegas is considered to be the most popular of all of the Fallout video games.
Right.
And I don't think Bethesda is happy with that. So you could say they retconned the last episode having Mr. House in it, who is a major character of New Vegas.
Yep.
Because in New Vegas, when you play it, he doesn't know about the events happening. That's kind of the whole purpose of him having to get the technology so fast. He has no idea, but in the retcon, he's now part of a greater group, a larger conspiracy of all corporations to launch nukes to take control of the world. Like, that's not part of the original lore. And I think this is because Bethesda now through the TV show can take complete control of the lore. I wouldn't be surprised if Bethesda at the end of season 2 has them nuke Las Vegas, New Vegas off the map. Like, I could see them being that spiteful with how corporations operate with each other.
Right. I can see the possibility as well. I just see it as I enjoyed the show. I gave it like a 7 out of 10. I know a lot of people I've seen talk about the timeline thing, right? That chalkboard in the
NCR.
The NCR Vault 4 and all this stuff. What really got me is one, they had a sex scene, and one, they had a nude scene. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and that's crazy that they do it so early because it turns off a wider I think I understand the brutality of everything and what they're trying to get across, but
yeah.
I think if you want to hit a larger audience, like, I'm not like a diehard like Christian or Catholic or anything like that, but I know people like that, and they're good people. Like, people like to hate on religious people, but I know of one guy I talked to, and he's like, the first episode was too much. Like, I don't want to watch the rest because the first episode was so violent, like, was so over the top. And like, I can respect someone taking that stance if that's their viewpoint. Like,
Yeah, the one thing I heavily don't like is the heavy gore. It was just like, yeah, it was too much. I had to turn away at times. But I think the sex scene and the nude scene in like one of the episodes really caught me off guard, because like, why, right? Like, I've never seen them have a nude scene in any of the games, or a sex scene for that matter. But it's like, why do these things need to be in it when it's not really part of the universe per se, at least through the games?
yeah, I would give the show a 9 out of 10. I mean, I think it's the best TV show post COVID, easily. Since COVID happened, it's the best TV show.
Yeah, I can see that. I just know I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people, especially the big content creators that are on YouTube, will nitpick it to death. But the thing of it is, right, is that I am able to have my opinion as you are able to have yours, and whether we agree or disagree, I can say I like it. You can say, not that you did, but you can say you dislike it, and we can go about our way. But they really hit hard at like the dislikes of it. I'm like, dear goodness, praise what has earned and deserves it, and then admonish those that don't deserve it. Yeah, I can understand that, Phoenix, but at the end of the day, it was bloody gory in this show.
So,
Bloody
what do you
gory.
what's the best TV show of all time, or what's your top 3?
I don't want to say there's a best show of all time, because a best show of all time is limiting, right? Because you can say almost any year that you've been around could be the best show of all time. It's just,
That's a wishy-washy answer. I'll tell you the best show of all time.
no.
It's MASH. MASH is the best TV show of all time.
Oh, I can agree with that. MASH is pretty good.
MASH is the best. Maybe Sopranos maybe gives it a run for. Sopranos is probably second, and then people love Game of Thrones, but Breaking Bad is probably better than Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones relies too much on nudity.
Well, I will say this. Instead of saying best of all time, I will say MASH is a good one, right? MASH is a good one. Sliders was back in the day in the 90s. That was another good one
Really good.
until they had to sell it. No, you're all right, Steve. If you go to bed.
You like the Asian reboot? Isn't that how they rebooted that one?
I didn't see it past season 3, I believe, because I think they.
I didn't watch any of the reboot.
I didn't. No, that's Quantum Leap. That's Quantum Leap.
Oh, it's Quantum Leap. They did that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sliders hasn't even gotten a remake, and for me, it's just like, well, that might be good. It's just the technology they have now could make the stuff look better, right? And it's a bit cheap
That's on
too,
the
right?
block for a remake. That's a good show to remake.
And yeah, if you think about it, all you need to really improve is the CGI you would use for the portal and the other stuff. But after that,
You know what? They remade it. You know what? They already remade the show. There's Rick and Morty. People traveling through portals to other dimensions.
Sliders and Back to the Future. That's what it is. Sliders.
How the hell did they never reference Sliders in Rick and Morty? That's a travesty. I want to recognize that now, that they've never done a throwback to Sliders.
That is a travesty. I know that Jerry O'Connell wanted to bring it back, but no one would pick it up, which is also understandable, because I think at a certain point people got tired of the multiverse stuff, which the Marvel and all that. But for me, it's like, no, Sliders was that show where they went to different worlds, they experienced issues. They had to get out of it, and it was insane. I mostly enjoyed the jumping between worlds part, but that was just me. But
it's a great sci-fi show.
It is a great sci-fi show. I just wish that with the stuff that's going on nowadays, that if it was going to be come back, it wouldn't have all the extra hiccups that would just ruin it. because you know how that goes nowadays. Let's see. So MASH, Sliders, Angel was a good one. Angel the series was good. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Shows House. I enjoyed House.
House is pretty good. You ever see the show Defiance?
I think I've heard of it, but I don't remember what it's about. What is it about?
So Defiance was a sci-fi original. I think there's 3 seasons from the mid 20 teens, and it's about a Earth after an alien refugee crash / war with aliens. So aliens come here, have a war. We like kind of stop them, but they splinter apart and they're on Earth, and we have to live with them.
Yeah,
and it originates in St. Louis, like it's in St. Louis, and they have a really great cover soundtrack. Like they cover a bunch of songs.
Nice. Smallville. Smallville's another one. Oh yeah, right. Scrubs too. Scrub was pretty funny.
Yeah, but Scrubs owes their entire like Scrubs and ER are nothing without MASH, like because it's kind of like the granddaddy of all those medical dramas.
Yeah, Farscape.
And the thing with MASH is the first 6 or 7 seasons have a lot more comedy to them, and then they go to like a drama, darker tone for the last seasons.
Yeah.
And that's back when TV had those seasons are 20 plus episodes long for the season. Yep. It's not 10 episodes like today.
No, I think they go up to 23, 24 depending on.
I just bought my father the DVD collection for his birthday, and it is the thickest stack of DVDs I've ever gotten from a DVD collection. It was pretty fun to see.
I'm surprised they haven't done it for Blu-ray or 4K yet, because it would sell a lot.
The thing is, it's shot in the resolution where you have bars on the side screen anyway, so
that's true.
There's no real point in upscaling anymore. Here's the thing: just pirate. I only bought that because of the emotional connection to that show and watching it generationally within my family. People have watched it together. Yeah. Otherwise, I would not recommend buying media. Just pirate it. Watch 32. There's so many different websites.
There was a sci-fi show. I can't remember the name, but it was called. It had
Steve says Farscape.
Farscape. Farscape was I've seen. I think on YouTube they show some free episodes of Farscape, and that was a Jim Henson collab.
Was it? Okay, so the Muppets, the alien controls, you could kind of tell. Yeah. See, I'm more of a Stargate. I guess at that time, Stargate was up against that, and Stargate SG-1 was real good.
Oh yeah, that one too. Stargate. I remember watching that. That was pretty good. What else? I'm trying to think, because there's so many shows you go back to, just trying to figure out. Just trying to remember. But then, SG-1, and the funny thing is that the guy who played Teal'c eventually played Kratos in the new God of War games.
I don't know what that is.
The God of War. You don't
heard God of War. Okay, gotcha.
So there was the God of War, and then the God of War Ragnarok. The
PlayStation games.
Yeah, the guy who played Teal'c, Christopher Judge, plays Kratos in those games, or the character, the voicing and stuff. That was pretty fun. I'm trying to think of other shows. It's just. There's Trailer Park Boys. I've heard people like that one. Never seen it, but I know some people like that one. There's a lot. So that's why I can't say, best show of the world, because there's so many shows to choose from, and
you can definitely rank.
You can rank. Don't get me wrong, you can rank, but to say the best of the world is sort of like going to any coffee shop and them saying we're the best coffee in the world. It's just not really. You're just saying that to get more customers. That's how that works. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Hans did give $1. It would have been nice to show you my camera too, because on the back wall I've put post-it notes up of memberships and stuff, because someone told me I didn't have enough color, and then I took an idea from a content creator I followed about him. He puts up notepad post-it notes or whatever, people gifted subs, memberships and whatnot. So I've done that. I've kind of taken that idea and run with it to give my wall color. So just recycling ideas. That's good. Go. Ooh, that's good. But yeah, trying to go back through my memory for any other show.
Yeah, Phoenix Firefly. That's a great story right there. The Firefly Serenity combo.
Yeah,
Are you familiar with
about
that?
Oh yeah, I remember watching that Firefly.
Oh yeah, them getting the crowdfunding to do Serenity after the show was canceled. It's a cool story.
Oh, I remember every time that episode came on, the theme song of it, right? I can't remember.
Okay, do you have a favorite animated TV show?
Animated TV show? Oh, well, if you're going to say animated, like Magic School Bus, obviously.
Your favorite? Okay.
Yeah, well, of course, there were the cartoons they showed in, like, Fox Kids.
That's a risky choice because there's that one episode. There's that one episode of Magic School Bus that scars kids for life, you know.
Is it, does it have, like, something to do with, like, seizures stuff, or?
No, the salmon episode. Are you familiar with the salmon episode?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. The kids get into the eggs and stuff, and they become
Yep. All right, kids, let's jump on the bus. We're gonna go jump on these eggs while they get inseminated. Interesting choice for a cartoon. I think King of the Hill would be my favorite animated series.
That too. Yep. I remember that one. Oh.
That intro song is classic. I don't know what intro song goes harder, either King of the Hill or Wild Boys. The intros to both those are so good. Or, I mean, even the MASH intro, it's so iconic. That Flight of the Valkyries. It's not Flight of the Valkyries.
It's called Suicide is Painless. Is this name of the song?
Suicide is Painless is that one, yeah.
Yeah. Sherlock. Sherlock is another show I enjoyed. It was the modernized with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. And of course, like early seasons of Doctor Who too, but it's not the same anymore. The wall of post-its, that's right. You'll see my color of post-its on the wall, but not today, unfortunately. Yeah, oh my gosh, there's just so many. I did buy the first season or two of Game of Thrones on iTunes. But yeah, that Sherlock series that they did I enjoyed that for the first few, and then it was just like whatever. Because the guy who they brought on as Moriarty, whoo, man, he could play it. I don't know if you've ever seen. I don't know if you've ever seen
never saw that show. I never saw it.
It's a good one to watch if you're able to. It's Sherlock. That's just what it is. But it's a modern take on the books, and it's not like DEI thing. It was made way before then, but it's sort of like the guy who showrunner for Doctor Who, Stephen Moffat, with his friend Mark Gatiss, kind of co-wrote, the series, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm trying to think of other ones, and it was on PBS that they showed that too. That's how I saw it. But yeah, for animated, Key the Hill, Magic School Bus, that can lead into like anime stuff. I don't know if you're you're very into that, but yeah.
I'm not very deep into anime. like when I was a child, I liked Dragon Ball Z and Gundam Wing and stuff, and like Amish clearly originates from the Gundam universe, like half the name.
Mm.
But for the most part, I kind of started drawing the line once a lot of the anime community are disgusting to deal with, to be honest. So like once you start getting into the body pillow type people and the furry type people, it's just like, ugh, I don't even want to deal with you people.
The Dakimuras, yeah, those could get pretty crazy. Simpsons, Tom and Jerry. Simpsons is kind of ran its course though. It's pretty much just
Simpsons had up to like the movie.
Yeah, and then I think they were trying to outbeat Bonanza, which is like the longest TV show ever, and then they beat it.
And now it's just like a zombie of itself that's just marching forward.
Yeah, not like South Park, which is
South Park's still good and relevant.
Yeah.
Like people want to say it's all poop humor, like, but the social commentary, like they started as poop humor and they tuned to social commentary very well.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch old South Park and it ages so well and it's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I think it was the first episode is where Cartman gets that satellite up his butt. And that
Yeah, that's back way in the rough days. But yeah, I mean, they're 25 plus seasons. They're pretty much battling to keep control of their IP against Viacom. That's why we are getting these specials now. Yeah. So it's all closed behind court docs and stuff, but I would imagine there's some sort of clause with Viacom where they can't make a South Park TV show. So you notice everything they've put out in the last couple of years have been specials, so they can do Paramount Plus and they don't have to. They're not violate. What I assume is they're doing specials so they don't violate a clause where they're not allowed to put South Park TV shows off of Viacom and Comedy Central. Because Comedy Central was built upon South Park's back and cheap comedy in the 2000s. That's what built Comedy Central.
Oh yeah, plus all the comedians and the short bits that they had from the short shows or whatever they were called.
I don't even think that financially. I think that those were all hits from them. Like they had the Daily Show before the Daily Show bombed. You had the Daily Show, you had South Park, and those were the two big hitters, and everything else was just like extra cash they had to spend. Yeah. But the media landscape's so different compared to the 2000s. So like Dane Cook, for example, would be the last example of a album comedian. Like comedians used to release albums like musicians, like and they were rated off of that kind of like that was a different style of comedy you could do, and they don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But Dane Cook did it all because he did regular stand-up. I mean, he did arena stand-up, and then he went into the movies, and then he did a bunch of plastic surgery and looked crazy for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell. I mean, he didn't. As someone ages, sometimes they look good, sometimes they don't. And I think once they hit a certain point, they just start, whatever. But he was in Mystery Men. So he has been in movies for quite some time. But yeah, I remember I bought his album, The Vicious Circle, which was him on that stage. He was just surrounded by everyone. He'd go all over the place. It was just hilarious. Dude's pretty good. I don't know if he's done anything anymore, but I remember one of his bits was like he used to work at the BK and he called it the BK Lounge.
Follow the one fucking road you're on to me. No. You'll go down and meet a guy named Pete. He'll tell you to take a right. Okay. I love it. I think Dane Cook's stand-up's great. Like, people want to crap on him because of what happened later in his career, but it's like, funny guy, dude. He got to live every comedian's dream before, like, comedy, the landscape turned into these weird never-ending podcast circle jerks.
Oh my gosh, I can't. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Conan O'Brien, right? Conan O'Brien's all right. He's done pretty well for his podcast. And the new thing was like the people who he did a special right now where he did the people who turned into his podcast. Some of the people he went to where they lived. He didn't tell them about it, but he went to where they lived, and I was like, you don't see a lot of celebrities doing that, or people who do podcast stuff like that, because it seems like they have a bit of a hierarchy. In essence, they stay within their space, their circle, whatever. And for me, it's like I just want to take a hammer to that and just have as many people on who want to come on, because if I had 1 million people, right, I'd have content for the rest of my life. That's how amazing it can be, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all I mean, that is true, but at the same time, like, you have to be competitive in the space. Like, it's healthy to have a competitive mindset and to be driven by competition and numbers and that stuff, because you're competing for the viewership against hundreds of thousands of people. Like why should I watch Amish Zaku's 3D printing when Joe Rogan's got a 4-hour conversation with the specialist in archaeology that I could go watch? I mean, Joe Rogan yesterday had Graham Hancock and some dude from a college. He had a nerd fight. He had an old-fashioned nerd fight on his podcast yesterday. Like, that's good stuff to watch, and you have to compete against that. So I think having a real competitive mindset it's really just an advantage to have. To be competitive in nature.
And I understand that, but then it also leaves people dropped off to the side of wanting to be, or never thinking they could be part of, or wanting to be part of something that, in that sense. So would I benefit from like being like super competitive and all this stuff? Probably, but for me, it's.
I mean, you are already kind of competitive because you're outgoing enough you filled up April. Like, you had to go reach out to all those people to fill up that block. Like you said, you want to get to the point where people are reaching out to you to be on the show eventually, but you've got that competitive streak because you're already going out and reaching out to all those people to fill up the block. Like, I don't really, I will go on podcasts if I'm asked to, but I'm not one that's going to like reach out like, hey, I need to go on. It's time to promote. But I do love synergy. That's another thing I'm not going to deny. Like, I will synergize collabs. Like, me and Cat Dog have synergized Guitar Hero collabs in the past to line up with events. And I synergize like Fallout 76. I have a coffee brand coffee house in game built. That's going to be part of the launch for when the coffee brand coffee 3D design goes live, to have kind of a synergy of all these things come together at one time. Yeah.
And that can work well if you hit the mark right. Like, if you have this, it's like with Rumble, what Rumble's trying to do, Rumble Studios, Rumble Cloud, all this stuff is just that synergy will help it. And don't get me wrong. I mean, for me, I'm just in it to have the conversation. I'm just in it to enjoy and have fun with it, because at a certain point you stop enjoying the thing you wanted, you started out with, and it starts becoming a job, right? At least it's what it seems to me of most content. Nice.
You printed Guitar Hero for PC, miniature banjo. It was a fun project, a little bit of soldering.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, and no, you're not wrong, Phoenix. There's a lot of people on backlog who could come back. I mean, I don't know if they will, because everyone's different, but to have the opportunity to talk to anyone of whatever status they are, it doesn't matter. To have that opportunity is a huge, what's the word? A huge joy and a huge learning experience and stuff, because again, when does it happen much? When does it happen much where we have a conversation about whatever instead of picking a topic or talking about the news of the day? I may be in a small circle of things of seeing stuff, but for me, I just don't see it very much, and that's why I chose to do this because it I felt like a hole was missing. A need something or need or something, a hole need to be filled, and I'm like, I'll take it, and I'm proving so far that yeah, that may be the case. So I'm enjoying it. I just that's the first foreground is enjoying it, because yeah, I know I'm repeating myself over again. I apologize. So did you disappear into the ether?
I only had like 3 or 4. You like to wing it. I am I don't know if I'm the organized, the right brain that's organized, left brain's the artistic side, but I feel like I have the more organized side of the brain where it's like I have a couple pinpoints for conversation and I've kind of gone through them. I don't know. I'm not an open conversation kind of guy usually because I guess I don't do these podcasts unless they're planned out, really.
So I mean, did you? I'll just go ahead and ask: did you watch some of my stuff beforehand, or were you able to catch some things beforehand, even if it was the short stuff, right? Like the shorts.
I watched maybe 2 minutes of one of your interviews with Pudge, is what I managed to catch before I came on.
Oh, like today?
Yeah. Yes.
No, I understand. If you're a busy person, that's all you can manage. And thank you for coming on, even if you're not because I've had some people on who are like that. They don't, they're very either they're reactories or they're people who need a structure of sorts. So I'll thank you for coming on regardless, because it still takes a lot of gut to come on and try to I can do something.
I was excited to do a podcast because I'm an avatar. I was excited to do a podcast with people because I feel like it's a good mix. And it's unfortunate we had the technical difficulties on your side. It really kind of threw a wrench in my whole conversation mindset when it's like I'm talking to another bubble. It's like I'm the bubble here.
I'm the captain now. Look at me.
Stole my stolen glory. He's a fucking stolen glory cam user, chat. He's pretending not to use a cam. I want reparations. Right?
Look, the Amish don't get reparations. You can't even deal with technology. So what are you talking about? You people have Rumspringer. That's all you got.
We also have all the hidden health documentation, the things the government have. They've tested the health of the population of the Amish, and they keep hiding it for some reason. Oh, that's because the Amish are more healthier than all the general population, and they don't want anyone to know that.
Well, yeah, because they don't eat crap food like we do.
Exactly. They don't I'd have to say there's 2 cases. The last study I saw for ADHD inside of the Amish community, there's 2 cases in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And obesity is super low, nowhere near the national standard.
Yeah.
Rumspringer's awesome. I'm not Amish myself, but I've hung out with Amish and I've partied with Amish. And I went to a Rumspringer party in my teenage years, and I met Amish Scarface. The most cocaine I'd ever seen in my life was this Amish dude. And it was just mind-boggling. I was like, how's your heart not exploding, bro?
What is the language that they speak though? I can't remember what the name of it is. Because they do have their own language.
I believe they speak a German dialect.
Oh, okay.
Because the insult is English. If you hear an Amish person call you English, that's like an insult.
Well, luckily for me, I've only ever bought stuff for them, so I think I've at least supplied some happiness to them that they won't hit me out like that. But yeah, well, that, and if the internet or if the power ever goes off, they'll survive better than we will. So
yes and no. I mean, common service around here, a good way to cash on the side and is real competitive now because so many people got into it, is filling the air compressor tanks with at Amish houses. So like every Amish house is built on a huge air tank, like a ridiculous air tank, because they're allowed to use air powered tools. They're not allowed to use electric. So they have like airlines in their kitchens, and like all their kitchen utility stuff's like hooked up to airlines.
Interesting. So is it like, do they have like, what is it, pumps or something? I'd imagine they have to make their own pumps or something to.
No, they pay the English to come in and fill up the tanks with air pressure, and the air pressure stays in the tanks until they use it all up. I imagine they probably have some method where they could like hook a horse up to like a cog, and it takes them 3 days to get a quarter of a tank or something, but they just have a dude with a truck and an engine pull up to their house and fill it.
Interesting. So
They
the more
cheat.
you know.
They cheat.
Well, you have then you have the Mennonites, right? The Mennonites are sort of Amish adjacent, but they have an acceptance to technology itself. So there's that.
Yeah, like you can have certain colored pickup trucks. You can't buy a red one. Like, yeah, I'm very familiar with those communities, and they're great people all around. But yeah, Mennonites have the silliest rules.
Like
they can only own, I forget the second color. There's one other color, but it has to be a black pickup truck, or maybe it's like a super dark green color.
Yeah. It's weird because I've only seen in some instances where they just like, it's not a pickup truck but a black car or something like that, like a black van.
Sometimes a Sprinter van.
Yeah.
It's more so the color. I don't think it's the make and model that there's a regulation. It's the color of the vehicle for some reason.
Oh, okay.
It's like there's something about vanity and like having more choices and not like taking more than needed. Like it's something about like just always they have the most basic options.
Yeah, it's sort of I can kind of get that. I mean, I have a black Ford, but that's just because it just turned out that way for buying the car. Which was funny because the car was during that time where like all the vehicles were having needed the chip, right? Like, you know, during the coup for the C-19 or whatever. And so the vehicle I bought was, you know, just an older, like 2012, right? 2012 Ford Fiesta. And the vehicle was great. It was all right. But it was like $9,000, and the actual price of it, you know, getting the loan from my bank was like $5,000 and something dollars. Like, man, they jacked that price up. Oh, jeez. So I was able to get it, but it was not an easy time. I was a little worried there. So
I want like a mid 1980s Toyota Tacoma. I want a truck that has a carburetor. I want a post-apocalyptic truck. I want a truck that an EMP goes off and all I have to do is put a new battery in it.
Yeah, there you go. What was it? There's have you ever seen? There was a talk I heard of the small trucks that the Japanese use. I can't remember what they're called, but I have seen some people who like those kind of trucks, whether they're small little boxy things. Well, they're a lot smaller than the Toyota Tacoma, obviously, but I've seen some people talk like, yeah, that'd be nice to have or something like that.
Problem is they're already illegal in a lot of states, and I would imagine if they ever actually became popular, they would be outlawed for a couple reasons.
Yeah, safety.
Safety being the number one, because the unfortunate truth is we've done away with actually designing for safety, and we've just gone with dumber, bigger is safer. And
Yeah.
like you can tell in pickup trucks, like look at a Ford Ranger from 1995 and look at a Ford. Do they offer the Ranger even modern day? Is that even an offering now, or do you have to do F-150?
I don't know. I don't know personally, because I think I've always I felt like a Ranger was like a Jeep thing. You know,
Oh no,
because of course.
a Ford Ranger was their smaller size truck, like a Silverado. Maybe you'd imagine a smaller Silverado. Silverados are
Mm,
big now, though. It was
that
like the
is,
small size truck. They don't have small, like mid-sized trucks anymore. They're all giant. I only
yeah,
know a
they're
lot of this stuff because I bicycle a lot, and like I have this huge fear of being ran over. And the problem is like the vehicles are getting bigger and bigger, and instead of like tossing people over the top of a vehicle, like vehicles designed before 2010, if you were in an accident with a bicyclist, they would usually go over the top of the vehicle. Well,
yeah.
now the problem is every vehicle is so giant that most vehicles will now drag the bicyclist under the vehicle, which is, way more dangerous as far as the injuries you sustain. You're already getting hit by a car either way, but your survival chance is far diminished if you go under the car versus over the car.
Yeah, that's insane. Jeez.
Been going through my head. I'm doing a 400 plus mile bicycle trip sometime
Yeah.
this year, and it's just been
Nice.
going through my head in the design process because I'm designing a camper to pull behind the bicycle. And I'm like,
Ooh.
well, at least now, if one of these giant ass trucks run into me, like I won't get sucked underneath the vehicle. Like it'll eat up this trailer and I'll get out on the side.
Mhm. Have you
Something
ever
you have to keep
seen?
in your mind when you're doing these long distance trips with bicycles, because there's people on cell phones and then there's
Yeah.
police officers. Those are going to be the two things that are going to harass you the most.
Oh yeah. Have you seen those ones you can pull by bike? I think they're called like a cricket or something. A cricket camper, but they're like these small 1 to 2 person, and they're very compact, but they look pretty interesting, especially just for like a singular person. Because
I've
my
seen a ton of designs. I live in the RV cap. I live right next to the RV capital of the United States or of the world. Like more
wow,
RVs are made locally here than anywhere else. So we've got
nice,
trade shows, and I used to be in the industry.
really, that's pretty
So
awesome.
the trailer I've got, it's personal, like designed myself. It's welded together from a couple different things. It's gonna be a super nice design. I'm so excited to get it on the road. I'm
Oh,
one piece away from being able to do trailer like pull tests.
mhm,
I just have to get the door on it. The shell is completed. It's got a solar panel on the roof.
nice. Yeah, oh crap, sorry. Um, yeah, what? So you said you've welded it, right? Like you've done your own thing of sort, or you
Yeah.
made your own. Interesting. That it reminds
It's
me
it's
of.
it's welded together from it's like a kid's bicycle that was getting thrown out, like a 16-inch tire bicycle,
Yeah,
a kid's bicycle trailer, and then also a steel frame that I made up myself.
nice. See, now those are skills right there where you can be multi skilled and all that. But it reminds me of people who made those little tiny houses, right? Like the tiny houses on the trailer stuff, tiny
Yeah.
homes, what are they called?
Yeah.
And those would be. I mean, they'd still be quite expensive, but you'd see like the design and all this. There's people made things out of buses and whatnot. It's incredible what people can come. Oh, okay, that was weird. It's incredible what people can make up out of such small space. I mean, the Japanese are good at that, but for Americans to do that, that's a whole nother story.
Uh, um, One of the companies when I was in the RV industry was a Japanese company. They were the best company to work
Nice,
with.
nice.
Here's some early stuff. You see the screen share there? I don't have pictures with the shell, but there's the
Oh,
frame welded together. It's got a slide
ah,
out.
ooh,
So
multi-tiny
it's
house.
got the frame. I've got a shell on it now. It's just getting a door on it, but it's got a
Yeah,
slide out on the end. And
nice.
it's a three-wheel trailer that'll pull behind the bicycle, so it's way more stable, less stress to pull.
Hmm. So I'm guessing the bed is going to be on the long end back there, or are you going to
Yeah,
do?
the bed starts kind of under this frame part from here back. I mean, yeah,
Nice.
there's not. It's a very small space. It's like a Japanese pod. And,
Yeah, the capsule. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. But no, just to make that your own, and then just kind of go from there. That's I mean, it's going to be a trip. Don't get me wrong, but I can't imagine the time you have to put into it just to get it done. Because I imagine you want to do it sometime during the summer, at least your bicycling trip.
yeah, the most expensive part of it is the batteries. So it's really been crowdfunding the batteries for the trip, which I think I'm really close. I'm like 2/3 of the way through crowdfunding that.
What's your am I allowed to ask what your ultimate destination is for that? Are you like going to a city, a state,
Uh,
or
yeah, so my goal is I'm going to be going from Michigan, starting in Michigan, and
okay?
hopefully ending in Alabama. This is going to be the
Ooh.
goal. I don't know if I'll make it. That's the ultimate goal,
Mhm.
but that's almost 600 miles.
Jeez.
So, depending on what kind of breakdowns may occur, because you're going to get a flat tire or two along the way. You're going to have to
Yeah.
change those out. You got to plan for that. I may cut it short. It may only end up being 120 miles, and I call a family member with the trailer to come pick me up.
Yeah.
But the goal is about 600 miles.
Nice. Well, I hope you at least get near to somewhat that, but yeah, like you said, there's a possibility you have to call it short or whatever just because of stuff happening, which does happen.
Yeah,
So,
logistics, and it's a long trip. But the nice thing is with that trailer, man, I'll be able to camp. Once you hit southern Indiana, there's a lot
what?
of free camping available. Yo,
Nice.
Rumble Rick.
What up? Thanks for being here, Rick. I appreciate you being here. Rick is he does a lot of work, guys. He with Rumble Crew at Rumble, they do a lot of work. They just are coming out with updates to the channel stuff and the left rail stuff. So thanks for being here, Rick, and thank you for that. You're one awesome dude. Don't I know there's a lot of people who probably get angry at you or the other people there, but
Rumble
you're one
Rick,
of
I'm
the
holding your golden Rumble logo hostage. You'll see it when you see it, Rumble Rick.
oh
Don't
you
worry,
gotta
Rick.
do it.
I haven't forgot about you. I haven't forgot.
You have to be like Morty, Morty, Morty. I'm almost done. Hey, no, don't worry about it. You're part. That's what chat is about. It's being a part of this. So hey, one one day I'll ask you down here. I know it's probably a pipe dream, but one day I'll ask you down here because you've got a lot of stories, man. Got a lot of stories. Okay. He's getting a little excited in chat. He's getting a little excited in chat.
All right. Let's see. Speaking of, we got April 420 coming up. This was inspired
Oh,
by Cat Dog, the Rumble Greens in Chat theme. We got that on the storefront. Greens in chat. Greens in chat. You hear Cat Dog yell it if you tune into that stream.
goodness. But yeah, you gotta say it like you've been on it one too long. It's like greens in chat. Oh, see you later, Rick. Thank you for being
Later,
here.
Rick.
Rick is awesome. I was just trying to do a Rick impression, but that's not that Rick. Come on, Morty. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it, Morty.
Here, you donated $10. Morty, you gotta twerk, Morty. You gotta twerk. This is the old days from the flawed raids. You gotta twerk.
Twerk it, Morty.
That meta's over.
Morty, he's put the money in. I put the money in, Morty. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, again, sir, it is the top of the hour. Actually, you know what? You could promote yourself while showing off your wares. See?
Well, actually, why don't you promote first? I'm gonna run to a different room real quick and get a different 3D print I have.
Oh, nice. All right. I'll do mine first. Don't take me off. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I stream to both YouTube and Rumble, of course, at Daramouthe. I have a fan account on Twitter X. I have a Discord at Daramouthe, and I have a email. if you'd like to come on. If you'd like to have this, you have the same opportunity as Amish here. Just go to one of those three places, And the door is open. I still will be out there fishing, other people to come on, to have a conversation and have a laugh, like you've seen me and Amish here do. So I know I don't do the best at describing this, but at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. You've seen Phoenix Electra in the chat. You've seen Steve. I haven't had Steve on, but maybe one day. You've seen a few other people in here. A majority of people I have in the chat have been on this show. So why not join them? Why not be a part of the show? Why not be part of having a conversation about whatever? Because it's pretty awesome, and we usually have a fun time anyway. So even if you're a bit like Amish and you aren't as forthcoming on a conversation, don't worry about it. We're all here to have a little fun, and we all get down and boogie. And sometimes chat helps. And if there's not a chat, we'll have fun together. Don't worry. I can do this. I have the magic touch. But anyway, guys, fan account on Twitter X at Daramouthe, at Daramouthe on Discord, and the email. Any of those three places, or if not that, go put a comment down below. And leave a comment, say I'd like to be part of this. And it's not like the WhatsApp be part of this sort of thing. I've seen those one too many times. But yeah, both mine and Amish's links are down below in the description, so don't fret. Go to one of those today and let's get started, because I'm telling you what, it's a barrel of laughs to have fun. Oop, I gotta take this off. Hold on. All right, go ahead, sir.
All right. Yeah, catch me on Rumble Video for the time being. I'm on there. I'll be expanding out onto another platform or two in the future. Other than that, check out my Etsy shop for some awesome 3D prints. If you have a Stream Deck, I've got this Vault Tech Overseer Command Center to hold a Stream Deck now.
Nice.
You got the Bullet Bill. We got the Bullet Bills on the shop with the Mario holder there.
Nice.
And keep an eye out later this week. I will be launching the phone holder. I got the Rumble Green with the black armor here.
Nice. That actually looks pretty awesome.
Holds a different size range of phones.
Nice.
We're going to be working on a sticker project with a few other Rumblers, so keep an eye out in May. We've got a couple big projects launching all around.
Nice. It looks all pretty awesome. I would rather go for the red, because red is my favorite color. So.
Okay. So yeah, I do have some other ones. I gotta glue these ones still, but.
Oh, okay. Now, do those gears move? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, the gears move when you change
phone
size and you slide it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I have one I bought from a store, like an extend out and stuff. But that would actually be pretty awesome. What is the pricing at the Etsy store where you sell them?
These aren't listed yet. These are probably going to be between $22 and $27 once I put it in the calculator.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, when you get those on the thing, let me know, because I'd like to get at least one with the red, because again, red is my favorite color. So, yeah, no, that's awesome what you do, man. I mean, again, like there's a lot of people with a lot of different skills and stuff, or a lot of different things they like to do, and you've done it. Yeah, you do gaming, yeah, you do 3D printing, but you've combined it in a way, and you've made a business out of it in a way that you can use it for your benefit, like the bike trip you're wanting to take, or getting another printer or a 3D printer, upgrading your stuff. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, good work, man. Good work. Or great
I appreciate
work.
that. And after the bike trip, I think the next big goal will probably be saving up enough dosh to refinish the basement to put in a workshop. Because right now I'm running everything out of an extra large bedroom where I've kind of got, I can't run my printer 24/7 because I can't sleep through that noise. Like, the printer has to stop running at some point. So I'm sorry, what?
Is it really loud?
Oh, it's very loud.
Jeez.
It is very loud.
Because
I have my headset on a lot when I'm live streaming, so I don't hear it. So when I'm live streaming during the day, it's not a big deal to have it running. But it's
Right.
like I try to have the printer done printing come 9 or 10 o'clock if I can.
Yeah. I do what's called rock hounding, or whatever.
Oh, you
Going out.
get some good geodes?
No, I'm not in an area for geodes. I'm from Indiana, so I don't.
What? Southern Indiana's got the geodes out the ears. They're just laying around.
Well, you said you're from Michigan. There are some spots in Michigan where you can buy geodes. There's some stores there. I won't name them, on here,
Okay.
but there's one in Paw Paw, and then there's one in Galesburg. If you know any of those
I will
cities.
never buy rocks. Sorry, but I will go. I want to find Uperlites. Have you seen those? The UV reactive rocks on Lake Michigan and Lake Superior.
I've heard of those. Yes, I don't know where you can get them from, but yeah, in the stores. I only buy in stores because like labradorite, I can't. You can't get.
Okay, yeah, you can't get everything. So, Hoosier National Forests. Are you familiar with that?
I have not heard it, but I'll write it down.
Okay, well, Hoosier National Forest, they have a lake that was made by them installing a dam there. It's very close to Bloomington, to IU. Geodes everywhere. You can go to the creeks, go to this. I mean, you find geodes on the trails. Like,
nice. There's a park near me where I go, and usually it's granite, pieces of quartz, some jasper. But I have 2 tumblers because I try to, smooth out the stones and stuff. And I did a batch of quartz. It was all right. Oh, nice. It almost looks like wow. That's a bunch of quartz though.
oh yeah,
Nice.
that one's from Hoosier. I could go grab a couple more. I enjoy rocks too.
What other ones do you, other than geodes? What other ones do you have?
I don't really have anything of note anymore. I have a bunch of nice geodes. I was doing stuff with keycaps. I know this is kind of dirty, but I was encapsulating rocks with keycaps.
What are keycaps?
For your keyboard.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Like, here's a collection of some artisan ones. Now the top ones aren't ones that I've made.
Ooh, those are nice. Pyrite. I know what that one is. That's pyrite right there, I believe.
I've got like these I designed. These are my design. These are little diglets. That's got amethyst in it.
Ooh, nice.
This one's got cannabis in it. This one's got pyrite in it.
Ooh, nice.
So I did this until I had a hand injury, and then I had to stop making keycaps because I couldn't do the details.
Yeah, understandable.
So my real popular design was called Tool of the Trade, and it was just a bong keycap. And it was very popular. 4 or 5 years ago, I was a pretty big part of the artisan keycap community back then. Like
Yeah.
regular sales.
Yeah, the type of stone I've gotten most of is granite, like different colors of granite. And my favorite color of granite is the pink red one, because it just outgrades me. I know there's diorite, which is another form of granite, but I just like the colorful red one. And of course, quartz and granite are on the same Moz level, so they're on Moz 7. Ooh, nice. What's that one?
That's my rarest keycap I own. This is a keycap from Nightcaps. It's a one of a kind. They didn't do a multiple run.
Yeah.
It's a one of a kind colorway.
Yeah, it looks like it's
I
two
like
colors.
Well, it's a colorway is just a set of colors. When I say that, it's got gold, blue, purple, white. It's like a cutaway of the inside of a puffer fish, kind of.
Interesting.
And now this cap is probably, I would say this cap's probably worth like close to $500.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's worth more than like any keyboard I own.
Jeez. Oh my goodness.
I didn't pay that much for it. I got this as part of a mystery pack for $50. These keycaps, when they retail as not as mystery pack, they retail at $150.
That's
For a
awesome.
normal one, and this is the one of a kind from the creator.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. You could do a keycap of it though. I don't think I could do a stone keycap. I don't think that's gonna work for me.
I've seen them. They're really hard for people to cut, but they do them. CNC them.
Yeah. See, I one day want to be able to have enough stone or pieces of stone that one day I can send it out to, all my followers. I know it's like, it's less than like 200 now, but one day I'll have enough and I'll just send them like this. I made this, hope you enjoy it. And I'm not
Charge arm and the leg on shipping with all that weight.
well, they're gonna be small ones. They're gonna be like small stone pieces, so they'd be small packages. But no, I can understand that. I have a few, not boulder pieces, but I have a few big chunks that weigh a couple pounds. So, yeah, like I have banded hematite. Ooh, tiger eye. Nice.
Yeah, a nice piece of tiger eye.
Oh yeah, that's from the quartz family. It looks like, what is that? The left one is amethyst, but what's the right one?
Lapras, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like maybe lapras.
Oh, since we had Rumble Rick through here, I got his logo over here.
Ooh.
Sneaky peeky.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. He's not in the chat anymore, so we can do it anyway. Do it. Pretty and shiny. That's right, Phoenix. They're all pretty and shiny. I wish I had my camera to show my stones, but gobbledygook. Oh, don't break anything.
I really hope this survives shipping. That's going to be the real question.
Yeah.
If this survives shipping to Rick or not.
Ooh, nice.
So it's gold foil. So it's hand-pressed gold foil on it.
What?
Yeah.
That gold foil ain't cheap, that's for sure. Depending on where you get it from, but yeah, that's pretty awesome. Good. Are you gonna put like a Rick on there or something, like on like a stamp thing or something?
No, I think they're going to put it in the creator house is the plan for it.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. I wonder what they're gonna do with that, because I know that Rumble owns a creator house in essence, but I wonder if they let guests visiting Rumble's Rumble the office stay there. I don't know. Makes sense. I'm trying not to.
I don't know. Did you catch me on Mod Monday when I went on there?
I've seen one of them, but I don't think it was you on it. I think it was someone else. But
I'll do my sales pitch again to Rumble here, is that to draw in new viewerships, they need to do events, and they need to key in on events. And NCAA 2025, the video game, is a key event that they could team up with Barstool and do a crossover event for like a dynasty or something and really capture magic in a bottle.
Possibly. Yeah, I know. Again, I know why they did contracted those people like Sneeko and Ricegum, because they wanted eyes on the platform, which is great. I think multi-platforming will help as well, but it's just there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be taken care of.
So, I mean, if they have this Rumble Creator House, this is a thing that they could optimize it. So you're probably not real familiar with Barstool Sports at all, are you?
Well, I mean, I see their thing on the front page every day, but I've heard a bit of them. Yes.
Have you watched any of Bussin' with the Boys? Are you familiar with that program?
Uh, no, I don't know if I've seen it on the front page, but no,
Okay,
I
so
don't think I
so,
have.
so they're probably one of the most popular of their programmings on there, and they have a summer event called the Beer Olympics, where they have like NFL players and comedians and stuff all come together at like a house with a pool and have like a party get together, and they have these games they play.
Nice.
Like my thought is that Rumble needs to get on like they've got this creator house. I'd imagine it has like a pool. Like bring in some of the Barstool guys, bring in these comedians. Like Shane Gillis is the hottest comedian out there right now.
Yeah.
And he has been caught talking about NCAA football, the launch of it, how he wants to take a vacation on multiple podcasts, on the Joe Rogan podcast, on the Dan Soder podcast. I mean, he's talking about the launch of this game in multiple spots.
Yeah.
Rumble, step up and pay this guy to come play NCAA for a weekend in a house, and it'll bring the Saturday Night Live eyes. It'll bring all these new eyes to Rumble. Like, it's the perfect synergy. I can just see it.
Yeah, I'm no business savvy person. I'm just concerned with like alcohol being involved because again, once you have alcohol involved, it can it can
I'm
get
not.
into
I'm
a
not
lot.
that talking about the. I mean, that's. They already are doing the Beer Olympics again on Barstool's own dime. Like Barstool runs their stuff on their own. I'm talking about the video game for the NCAA side, but I mean,
Yeah,
Rumble's free speech. Adult content, like that stuff happens. Like
yeah,
adult speech.
yeah. It again, there's always a risk. I mean, again, that's business, right? Business always has risks. It's just for me, from my perspective, right? And Rumble will do what they will, or Chris will do what he needs to for Rumble. But it's just like if you were to do something like that at the content creator house and something happens, it could turn into a very big negative thing that you would be chewed up for and the national news.
Yeah,
It's not. It's
but
not.
yeah, aren't they almost courting that with Kai and Speed to a certain extent?
Are
So
they?
have
Are
you
they?
watched the Kai and Speed shows? Have you
No, no.
watched any of them?
I haven't watched them, but I heard about like I think they went to Disney World once and they got in trouble or something like that. But they go pretty wild. Kai Speed himself is just a sugar bomb, right? He does like the fireworks in his bedroom and all this stuff, and I'm just like, jeez,
Well, Kai
yeah,
and Speed are two very different people, I think,
okay,
personality wise. But
yeah,
I mean, I've watched 3 or 4 episodes of their show. I
um,
got a shout out because I rated one of their shows a couple weeks ago. I actually got Kai shout out. He said shout out Amish for the raid. I was like, hell yeah. Got
hey,
retweet.
Alpha.
What?
No, it's sorry, Alpha was saying hello. Hey, Alpha, how you doing? He's
So
the
Omega.
yeah, he's I've had him on the show as well. He's a Australian. Good day,
He's
mate.
down under.
Yeah, he's there under there. He's a tutor, a uni tutor. I hope I'm getting that right, dear Lord. He already corrected me once. He's gonna correct me again. Slap me in the face.
But yeah, I mean, like Kai and Speed, they court drama. Their last episode, they were in a Walmart and they kind of like got into it with an old lady. On one of their early episodes was literally them with an OnlyFans girl, like having her like play sexually with a hot dog. Like they're already like courting that kind of audience for the gimmicky stuff. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I would like to see the content. We've heard about the Creator House for almost a year now. It was like early summer last year they announced that stuff.
Yeah.
So it would be awesome to actually see it be used. And I
Yeah.
think NCAA launch is September or is it August? I have to look. I don't know if there's a set date now, but
Yeah, no, definitely they own it's like with locals, right? It'd be nice if locals and Rumble could combine because right now for memberships there's not much going on, although that's coming later this year, as I've heard from like Rick and stuff. But they own locals and combining what locals can do with membership only channels or streams or whatever with Rumble gives it a bump or doing this stuff like you said with having NCAA like having that thought in the works or something of that ever. Because they already own the Rumble House. Why not use it to your advantage? I mean,
I want to know the dirtiest secret, I think, right now in all of Rumble that I want to know is
Yeah.
what happened to Theo Von.
who?
What happened to Theo Von, the comedian?
I've never heard of
He-
him. So.
Okay, well, I mean, as far as modern events, like in Rumble events, this was a pretty big one. I was a year and a half or 2 years ago now. Theo Von had a podcast with Roseanne Barr, and it was
Oh.
banned on YouTube.
Right.
And he uploaded here on Rumble. He took photos with Chris at a UFC event.
Mhm.
And he was like, I'm uploading here to Rumble. And now all of the videos have been removed from his channel. He still has a verified channel sitting here on Rumble, and he took all of his content off of it. And that's like, it's so disheartening to see. And I wonder, like, what happened to make him remove all that? Because Roseanne Barr is a main feature. I mean,
Yeah.
her podcast is really good.
Yeah.
She had Jim Brewer on there just this past week, and
yeah.
I mean, Jim is a funny guy,
Mm-hmm.
and
He's very clean, isn't he, though? He's like a clean comedian.
yes, he's a clean comedian.
Yeah. I gotta. I'll do this. Alpha is like asking to say a dingo ate my baby. I'll try.
A dingo ate my baby.
Can you see that out there? It's a dog, but it's not a dog. It's a dingo, and I think that dog that dingo ate that baby. I don't think it's gonna turn out well for that family. Someone better call 911. I tried. I really did try. Alpha's gonna start saying, "Say this in an accent." I was like, "All right." I'll do it for him. He's Australian, so I'll do it for him for free because he's a cool dude. So, but no, yeah, I see the Roseanne Barr podcast is on both Rumble and YouTube because I've seen it pop up on YouTube. But yeah, Theo Von, I haven't heard of him per se because I think it was like didn't he say something controversial on the Roseanne's show? I think there was something like that a while back.
They talked about COVID.
Oh, okay.
I just wonder if it's that they didn't offer him a big enough bag to come here and stay here, and it's all related to a bank amount or what it is.
I just feel like I feel like they could have done a better process with who they gave contracts to. Like the Steve Will Duet sort of thing, that kind of bounced on them.
Yeah, I think they did great on how they did contracts. You're not gonna hit on every contract. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be 100%.
Well, yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
You're never gonna be 100%. Yeah, that's true. But truly, like,
I would like to see them expand into comedy more. Like Crowder has a couple stand-ups under the Louder with Crowder umbrella that are here on Rumble.
Yeah,
but it would be cool to see more comedy podcasts or comedy specials on Rumble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That because again, right now, Rumble still has an issue of seeing more political stuff on the front page than anything else.
That's not a problem because it's what built built them, but they need to expand a little. Yeah,
they do. From the land that doesn't exist. Hey now, hey. We'll give Alpha a pass for that one.
Australia was part of the crown. They should be invaded too.
Yeah.
Let's set them free. We should free the Australians.
Yeah, it's time they came to a land as prisoners. It is now time to set them free. We need to give them a jailbreak. Time to give them a jailbreak. It's been long overdue. So very long overdue. How many years has it been? Almost a little over 100 years or so. Oh man, that's too funny. But all right. Well, I think it's Amish. I can't tell you how much of a treat it is. You know, it was a wait to get you on here, but it has been awesome having you on here. But I think I'm going to call it for today because I'm starting to I'm starting to fall asleep over here. Not of you, of course. It's just I have a full-time job.
Chat, you see this? You hear this dirty talk? I don't have to put up with this. I'm gonna hop in my buggy and ride away if this is how you're gonna treat me as a guest, putting you to sleep, huh?
No,
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm messing. I had a great time. I think this is the second podcast I've ever done, so it was a blast. I did Mod Mondays with Pudge.
Oh, yeah, I apologize. I apologize. Yeah. No, I really appreciate it. I'm glad you gave me a shot. I've been trying to get Fused on, but he's a busy man too. He's got a full-time job, so it's kind of like trying to get blood from stone. So will it happen?
Yeah, I'm glad you were patient, and I needed a little breather there, so I made you wait a couple weeks. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, because there are some people who I'm still waiting on that I had to wait on too, and of course the first week of Georgia. Oh, Georgia was also prison colony. I didn't know that. Thank you. That's the more you know. We're learning every day here. But yeah, there's some people I had to wait on because they were busy during April. There's someone I think Struggle Boss is moving, so he said to call him back. Ask him back in May. So there are a few people from May, but again, like I've offered to them, you are more than welcome to come back whenever. I know I know this is not like the structure you're used to or would like, but it's fun.
No, I don't mind it at all. I mean, I'm sure you don't mind if people come in with some talking points that they want to hit.
Yeah, I have no issue with that. It's just for me, I've found the free flowing conversation to be a better ordeal. Like it works so much, like it works a lot than with structure, because for me, from my perspective, right, the structure stuff just ends up being the what happened in the news today, right? I'm not saying you can't talk about the news or like some devastating effect or whatever, but it just feels like there's 50,000 other content creators talking about the same thing, and I'm just like, why? Like with my show name Darachat, right? Like it's not Daracast, it's Darachat, because you'll see a lot of people who do podcasts, they'll put cast at the end. I'm like, why do that? Let me do something different, Don't know if it's working or not, but I enjoy it. He's in the danger zone. The danger zone. No, Amish, don't go. They'll take you out.
All right, I'm about to get out of here. I'm gonna jump in my jet and fly away. Daramouthe, I really do appreciate you having me on. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna plug all my links there: Rumble, Etsy, X.
Yeah.
I also want to call out that punk ass cat dog for uninstalling Guitar Hero. He's kind of a coward. How are you going to defend your crown if you ain't going to play anyone in the game and you keep running away? So hopefully I'll be seeing him sometime on the Guitar Hero stage again, so we can put those guitars to use.
I'm looking forward to like a rap battle or something, like a Guitar Hero battle where it's just you and him, just like you called me out. I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm gonna call you out.
We got the WWE smack talk. It spans across chats. It's well established Rumble lore. It's part of the Rumble lore at this point in time.
It's just like he's going to another person's and they're like, hey, look, I just had this guy come over and tell me this stuff. Is this true? It's like he's calling me out from another channel. Let's go.
Me and Cat Dog met each other and said, well, we didn't set it. We got it. We said it. We're beefing. Me and Cat Dog are beefing, and we always stumble into just random chats because we like to we show support all across Rumble Gaming. If you're in Rumble Gaming, we've probably lurked in your channel and either thrown a like or chatted. But
yeah,
we've been growing that lore for months.
What's your best Russell voice?
Russell voice?
No, wrestle voice, like WrestleMania voice.
WrestleMania. Oh, I can't be loud because it's so late at night. So I can't even try. I can't even attempt to do a Macho Man or a Hulk right now. But those would be the two go-to, of course.
I'm here to take you out like a big man. Slap a disc on Jim.
Did you take your vitamins? I like OG Hulk Hogan. Put him back in the yellow, man. It's the best Hulk Hogan.
I'm here to take you out, brother.
We want to find someone in gaming to raid before we leave.
I haven't even tried to use the raid thing yet. Funny enough. Well, you know the gaming side more, so why don't you I'll actually no, it won't work. I'll have to look at the. Is it in the chat? Are you putting in the chat?
Let's see. Do someone doing Fallout 76. See who's playing Fallout 76. We got 3 channels to pick.
3 channels.
Let's raid Pep Killer.
Okay, I'll try finding her link. Hopefully my internet won't poop on me. Oh goodness, it's gonna be bad. All right, where is it? I know I'm following her. Pep, Hypnotic, King of Satras, Osteo Lord. I'm not seeing.
I just sent the link in chat.
Okay.
Or you could sort by 76 the game.
I got it. Copy clean link. Yeah, she's playing Fallout. Okay, so it's what? It's /raid.
/raid space and paste it.
Space.
There's been a glitch where you may have to do it 2 times.
Okay.
Yo, chat, appreciate you guys all stopping in to hang out with our conversation. It was a good one. Oh
yeah, I enjoyed it, and you're like I said, you're always welcome back. Okay, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to play us out with a video. I hope it works. And of course, don't forget to mute yourself. So anyway, guys, tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow, who do I have? I have Lewit Tony Gaming is going to be on tomorrow at 7 p.m. No, yeah, I'm glad you were able to catch it too, Alpha. So, but tomorrow 7 p.m. I have I'm gonna have to.
Tony, you got Tony on here.
Tony Gaming, and he's gonna be on at 7 p.m. and that's gonna be an interesting time. Now, again, he was gonna be on the 11th, but he had to move for personal reasons. So I'm so glad I'm gonna be able to on. So I hope you guys can join me tomorrow. So, but anyway, we'll play this out with a regular video. I'm hoping it's gonna work because the early ones weren't working. So, anyway, thank you guys for being here. I am so appreciative and so grateful that you came. Thank you so much again, Amish. You are a true dude, and I hope your business succeeds immensely. But again, see you guys next time. I'm hoping my camera will work next time. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Here we go.